There we go. We are live now.
Meow,
Yes.
meow, meow. Meow, 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 meow.
Miss Seiko, talk to me, baby. How you feeling, baby?
I'm happy to be here with y'all.
That's what's up. Hey, yo, first off, let me just, before we even get the show going, I want to just give out some shouts out to a couple people. My girl, Adrian, I want to say some love to her on the passing of her father. He passed this morning. And my guy, Sean, a.k.a. 20 Grand, he lost his mother on Friday. And I just found out this morning. So I want to let y'all know I love y'all. If y'all need anything from me, just holler at me. I'm only a phone call away, and your boy is there. That's what it is. What love got to do with it? It got everything to do with it. You know what I'm saying? It got everything to do with it. You know what I'm saying? So, what's been going on with my ladies though? What's been going on since the last show? Have y'all been getting good feedback from the last show?
I have.
Absolutely.
I've gotten quite a bit of what's going on, what are we doing, and a lot of people have said really positive things. Some folks have gone and listened on the playback, and so we've heard a lot. Well, I personally have gotten a lot of positive influence,
That's what's up.
feedback, not influence.
That's what's up. That's what's up. What's going on, Soul Kitten? What you been hearing about it?
Okay, well, I've been talking to my international family, and my friends from Ghana have expressed excitement about the last show and about this show, actually. They're like, oh, what time? And we're like on a 4-hour difference, but they're willing to some even stay up because before we went live, I talked to a few, and I'm like, we're going to be going live soon. So, to check on my page. So they're really excited about the conversation because it's one thing that I see that's consistent. Everybody is looking for love, some form of capacity, love of themselves or love in a relationship. So, yeah, people are excited. I've heard from.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Well, let me ask y'all a question. Did y'all get a chance to see the first clip that I played? I know it was skipping a little bit, but did y'all get a chance to hear it? What they were talking about?
No, I missed it.
Oh, you missed it?
I saw snippets.
Girl, you know you got to have. You know. Oh my Jesus.
I know. Listen.
It was
Linda.
I'm gonna spank you already. Where's my belt?
We're sorry.
Oh, wait a minute. You got to use a flogger. You can't use a belt.
That's a whole nother conversation. She. Oh Lord Jesus.
I'm just saying, if we're going to do it, we're going to do it right.
Oh yeah, Yeah, we getting into it
Let's
already.
start it early.
We into it already, y'all. Yeah, if y'all.
Snack a snack.
I can't with you. I can't with you. I can't with you. Okay. Well, this last.
I never started nothing yet.
Oh Lord, listen. Listen. I ain't about to start with you. The clip that I ran at the very beginning of the show. I can't. It was asking like, in a relationship, does it matter if the sex is good, but the relationship is bad? What do you think about that?
First.
What do you think about that? Let's start right there. Like, because I think that's going to be a big premise of where we're going to go today. Like, if you think about it, how many people actually are in a position or in a situation where they are sleeping, so-called, with the enemy, somebody that they really don't like, but the sex is good, or and they know, it's normal for them, and they just deal with that situation. They're not happy at all, So how do you feel about that situation?
Who wants to go first?
Let's start with
I'm gonna let you check that one first.
Yeah, let's go back. So, Kitten, let's go.
Okay, well, first of all, I think to each his own, but to me, sex is a lot bigger than just a physical thing. So if you have the physical connection, you got to understand you're still exchanging energy. That's what sex is. Your conversations are sex. So if your physical representation of sex is good, but the rest of it sucks, you're in a jacked up state. Because at any point in time, one of those body parts can stop working. What are you going to do then?
Okay.
So you got to have more substance is what I'm saying.
Okay, I gotta ask
Like,
you.
I mean,
I
good
gotta
sex is
ask you.
good sex.
I want to ask you to be a little bit more specific. You said to 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 have a conversation is to have sex, right?
Yes, because sex is exchange of energy.
Okay, but I
So
exchange energy with.
technically,
Hold on 1 second. This is my question because I exchange energy with all types of people. Um, ho-
yep,
and I'm you. So you saying I'm having sex when I'm just talking to the mailman?
yep. You and I are having sex right now, Russ. You
Okay,
have sex with the mailman and everybody you come in contact with because sex is exchange of energy.
okay.
People have the wrong perception of sex. It is in everything. Think about it. Animals, plants have sex. It's reproduction. It's fertility. It's a conversation. It's learning. You're doing it repetitively, aren't you? You're not now. I posed this question to somebody before. If you had a man that was talking all this big talk, right, and he's saying, "Oh, he's going to do this sexually to you in the bedroom," but then when he shows up to the plate, he got one stroke and then he's out. Now, would you be satisfied with one stroke, or would it take okay? Yeah. So that's as specific as I can get. So you got to go deeper than just the one stroke. You see? Because one stroke ain't going to get it. So being in the bedroom and doing all that fly stuff, and let's say your skills are not up to par, then you just up the creek. What are you going to do then? You got to have more substance because guess what? When that other stuff is intact, your sex is going to be that much more potent because it's bigger than just physical. That's one part. Learn the other components. So you got to think about what kind of relationship do you want? When you're hurt, when you're sad, can you fuck it away? Excuse my language. You said be specific, and I'm just transparent. But can you have sex to get it away?
That's
Is
deep.
the sex going to make that issue go away? When you talk about finances, things that people are so consumed over, is sex going to make it go away? When your heart is aching and you got that deep soulful pain, is the sex going to make it go away or is it a temporary fix?
Seiko,
come on in here.
Ooh, I love it. I'm going to say, as someone who tends to, even when it comes to sex, think outside of the box. If you're just talking about the physical act, if you love me and I love you and this relationship is worth it, we about to learn some stuff together. Or you about to learn some stuff, I'm about to show you stuff. So if the sex is truly bad, with all the options that we have available to us in this day and time, it is for a lack of effort. Now, if you just 1 and 2 strokes, hold on, let me go in this kitchen, as we call it, we call it the lab because I'm a naturalist. I believe in herbs and medications. I'm about to make you some tea. We're gonna wait about 30 minutes. We're gonna be good. But
Yeah.
I mean, if it is truly bad and it is for a lack of effort at this point in time in life.
Who do you think settles for bad sexual relationships within a relationship more, men or women? And why do you think that?
Women.
Why do you think that?
Thank you. You can go first on this one. You want to go first on this one?
Yeah. Honestly, I believe sometimes we as women, and I mean, and some men do it too, because I don't want anybody to be like, oh, she's sexist. I might be a little bit, but I think as women, once we get into these relationships, we do all, and some women, let me rephrase that, some women do all that they can to hold on to that relationship. We will put up with a whole lot trying to salvage and trying to stay in this relationship because for whatever reason we have decided that, this particular relationship is worth it. I don't know, and I'm again, I know a whole lot of people. And like I said, in today's day and age, I mean, if the sex is truly bad, then it's, it's for lack of effort. But if you are okay, that you're just like, well, I'm not great, we just don't work separately. I mean, sexually, then, then it's time to start exploring other options.
So, kid.
Yeah, see, much like my beautiful sister on the line, I am a naturalist, herbalist. I deal with that stuff on a daily basis. So if there is a problem, like in that area, I'm thinking about your energy. I'm thinking about your spirit. So we're going to have a conversation, and it's going to be a soulful conversation. But I believe that a lot of people, especially men do too. Men have these experiences too, but I know for more women that have gone through putting up with stuff that they really didn't have to, just because of the sex, or even accepting someone else's interpretation of their sex, meaning how they learned how to make love or what is making love to them. So you can't expect to fix things in the bedroom through the sex, but you have to be honest with it, because if not, you're just going to be sitting there in this relationship stuck just to appease someone else. And it's not about that. You two have to come to a common ground, but in order to have a real conversation and not to be deprived or have anyone feeling as though they're deprived in this union, then it has to be a sense of realness. And that means a sense of authenticity. You have to go to your core. You know how they say the core is the start of everything. When you're working out, your core, when you work on your abs, it helps to make your will stronger. Why? Because that's where your solar plexus, the upper part of your stomach, resides. That's where your mind resides, right underneath your heart space. Then beneath that, still in your abdomen, is your sacral chakra, which is connected to, guess what? Your sex, your passion. But a lot of us have misconstrued definitions and bad energy that's still inside of us that makes us feel as though that we have to put up with it this way, or it's this way for a reason because this person wants it. We're used to giving in more. And this could be a man or a woman that's just giving in to the situation because they feel this is all they can get. Or maybe they're like, I don't want to go out there anymore. This is it. So they put up with stuff that they really don't have to, not knowing they're not helping it, but they're harming it. You're doing more harm when you're not being real. Now, a lot of people like to talk about good and bad energy. Well, let me give you a brief example. I'm going to close it with what that means. If someone uses manipulation through any means, but we're talking about sex right now, through sex, that's low-level energy. So you're going to get a low-level experience. When you are operating out of a lower dense frequency, meaning if it is not high. So think about a low tide versus a high tide. That is a frequency. So when you are operating and trying to manipulate someone with your sex to get your way, that's not love. That would be considered evil. So flip it. If the two of you are coming together as whole individuals, or growing together as whole, and then you want to lay down and have sex, then you can have conversations that are meaningful and something that will place the right seeds for you to grow the fruits in the way you want them to grow. But if you don't, and you leave it up to chance, and you say, hey, whatever, then that's what you're going to get. It's as simple as that. It's a simple equation. If you want to get what you want to get, you have to embody that. And so sometimes we put up with shit and stuff we don't have to because we feel as though this is all that we're worth. This is what we're going to get. And a lot of times that trickles down into sex because people think they can fix everything with the physical representation of sex. And it can be good. You may have mind blowing all over the place, outside, inside, the pool, wherever, on the plane, the train, whatever fits your fancy. But at the end of the day, when it's over, what do you have now? And then let's say, again, if you're being deprived and you don't say anything, who's getting hurt? both parties, especially the individual that is deprived for whatever reason.
You just
So
hit it.
before you can lay down and have sex with somebody,
You just hit it right where I was going, because my theory
go
is
ahead.
this. I think it's jacked up on both sides. I think that we have a majority. I think we have a majority of men that are in relationships, that form into sexual relationships, but they are not happy. One of the reasons being, and fellas, I want us to really take hold of what I'm about to say, is because we're not living up to our standards in life. So it's like we can't go anywhere because we living with somebody, we dependent on somebody, as opposed to going to get something for ourselves. And then, because I break it to you this way. When I was not as secure in my life as I am now, there were women that I dealt with just because of my situation. It may have been my living situation. It may have been I'm in I just came out of a bad relationship. At the end of the day, I wasn't happy. The sex, and this is the crazy part, the sex was okay in some situations. In other situations, the sex was terrible. Ladies, I want you to understand something. Just because men don't talk about it as often as women do, sex cannot be good for us as well. We can get into something and be like, I spent took out on a date and did all this other stuff, and now I'm laying with her and I'm not satisfied with it. And I didn't, invested all of this money and other finances and other things into this woman, and now I'm not satisfied with her sexually. And now this woman is into you, and now you can't get out of that. You know what I'm saying? So I think it varies out on both sides. I think that men and women are majority a majority of us are in a situation that neither one of us are happy with, sexually or relationship wise. What do you think about that? Talk to me, so.
Okay, well, see, I'm glad you said that, Russ, because you're talking about a state of being. And people think that a situation is going to make us, or a person is going to make us happy. No, that is an experience. So we have different experiences throughout the day. Dare I say throughout the week. Let us count up for a month. Those are a month, like a multitude of different experiences that you have. You understand what I'm saying? It's a state of being. But a lot of times we look for that in other people when the joy comes from us. Instead of looking at like, okay, this is going to fix everything, get deeper into the experience. That's where you learn. That's how you grow. It's not about trying to sit there and say, oh, I'm the victim of this. And yes, we all have been victimized, and we've all been victors, survivors. Okay? Because we can stand here and tell a story. We've been through some stuff. We still here. We still in the game. Another chance, right?
Yep.
But you have to look at it. It's a state of being. Someone else cannot make you happy. You have to vibrate with that frequency, i.e., you have to find what happiness means to you and create that state of being yourself. And then other people will join into your state of being. But it's a state, meaning it's going to change. You are the being. It is an experience. And no one else can put that into you. And no one else can get no relationship, no baby, no money, no none of that can make you happy, can make you find joy. You have to describe and define for yourself what that is and create that state of being.
Seiko.
Yes. I'm loving every bit of this. My inbox is blowing up right now. Y'all don't even understand.
Hey, tell them to get out your inbox and come to this stream, because what they have to say is very important, and somebody else may have an opinion. Like, that's what I just got through sharing Like that's why I was so quiet. I literally just shared this with like over 1,400 people individually. Sent them an invite. So if it's certain people that's in your inbox, tell them to come on to the live stream from our What's Love Got to Do with It page. Because if you share it in different places
Oh,
and they comment in different places, we won't be all able to see what they're saying. So if you come to our What's Love Got to
right.
Do with It page, please come to that page so that we can read what you have to say. Call into the station. I'm actually about to post the telephone number right now. The telephone number, if you want to
Okay.
call into the show, is 701 802 5290. And the access code is 4907349. And you have to hit the pound button. I'm actually about to post the number inside of the meeting call in our text messages right now, inside of our messaging right now. But go
Some of the
ahead,
messages
continue.
and whatnot that I'm getting are, people who are just like, I don't want my name attached to this, or, so some folks are still, to be honest, I know a lot of people who are going through things and who are living their less than optimal or genuine lives. And so a lot of us are working through that on different levels, but they don't necessarily want to put that in the limelight, shall we say?
I
Does that make
understand.
sense?
I
They don't
understand.
necessarily want their name attached to it.
I understand. Well, if they have a question, please pose it to my girl Maseko so that we
Oh
can
yeah.
answer that question for you, or we can get into that conversation tonight. Let's go. So
Absolutely.
what's your outlook on what we're talking about, Seiko?
Oh, so much was just said. And I think one of the things that what you were saying was, a lot of times that, as far as from a men's perspective, that, you're in a situation because you may not, as I said, be living your life optimally or, as genuinely as, as you can. And I think about the men that I know that are in not so good relationships, and that's basically what it boils down to. I know someone who was doing drugs, was out there in the world doing all kinds of stuff, ended up marrying this woman. They got a ton of kids later, and they're not happy. They're constantly battling in that war, but at the same time, y'all now made a lifetime commitment because not only are you married, but now there are several children involved. So, but again, it started off as a situation of trying to escape his reality, his life at that point in time, and now you're stuck. You're truly stuck because of where you were at that point in time. So one of those things where, it's a matter of, and looking at it from a male's perspective. So I'm actually very glad that you said that because I don't look at things from a male perspective too often.
Yeah, because a lot of times we sit back and we just look at it from our perspective. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Men have a completely different way of viewing what's going on in a relationship.
Right.
It's even as common as asking what's going on. If you asking me what's going on in the middle of a Bears game, it's the wrong damn time. And it's not that I don't love you. I just, my mind is somewhere else. But you all, oh, baby, I love you.
Right.
No, baby, I ain't trying to fuck with you right now. You know what I'm saying? And it's not that I don't love you. It's just a disconnection of how we operate. And with this show, I want us to understand how the differences between men and women operate, because you can't have, I keep telling you, you can have a great sexual relationship, but then at some point, the rubber's gonna meet the road. You know what I'm saying? It's like somebody gonna catch feelings and somebody not gonna be in their feelings, and that's gonna be a whole nother situation. You know what I'm saying? And that's why. Let me ask you a question. What do you think about sleeping with friends? What do you think about friends that like hook up, like they have a solid relationship as friends, but then take that turn to have sex? Is that something that you suggest? Let me hear from you, Seiko.
I took that turn. I married my best friend, have a beautiful, beautiful job, and then I divorced my best friend. And it took years for us to get back to being friends again.
Mm-hmm.
But it all started because one night we decided to play a game of shot. I mean, I do bartending or whatever, so you know I can do vodka all day long and be like, I'm still cool. I don't mess with dark liquor too tough. But this particular night, and I don't think this stuff is anybody's friend, I lost my mind and decided we should do tequila shot. So my relationship with my then best friend took a very, very different turn. So then the next couple of days, I'm like avoiding him, and he's like, "Are you gonna talk to me or not?" I'm like, "No,
See,
no, not right now." So then he showed up on my doorstep, and he was like, "Look," and I'm like, "Okay." So yeah, I if at all possible, don't do that.
yeah, you was on that
Unless
bullshit.
this is someone.
You got that man
Yeah,
drunk, and
unless-
you got that man drunk and took his goddamn goodies, and then you didn't want to rock with him no more. That's a goddamn shame. We gonna call that like it is. We gonna call that like it is on the show. You took that man's goodies. You got him drunk. First of all, because I'm listening to the story so very well. You poured them drinks, got that man drunk, and took his goodies, and then you took. Wait a minute. You took his sovereign goodness. And then when he wanted to be like, baby, baby, you was like, nigga, I ain't messing with you.
Okay, I got off the bus on that one. Really?
Okay, wait a minute.
That's what happened.
His what goodness again? What goodness again?
That's what happened.
I'm playing.
I'm trying to tell you. Like, see, I'm listening. I'm listening, and I'm willing to bet you any man that's listening to this story got exactly what I just said. It was like, yo, we was chilling. She started pouring some drinks, and then she put that thing on me, and then I was like, all right, fine. I like this. I'm going to come back. And when I came back, she was like, no, nigga. No.
Oh my God.
I gotta think about it.
I'd rather have some chips right about
First
now.
of all, I said let's do vodka. Had we done vodka, I'd have been cool.
See?
He didn't want to buy the tequila out.
Well, hell, he drink what he drink. You the one that, you ain't about to turn this around. You a soul snatcher.
She said a soul snatcher.
You a goddamn soul snatcher.
Linda.
There you go, soul snatcher.
You need some. I'm gonna pray for you though. I'm gonna pray for you. I'm gonna pray for. Oh, Batiste. Oh my God. So kidding. You please come and tell one of these good Christian stories that you be telling, and save our souls from this sinful
Okay, let me
ratchetness.
clarify. I'm not a Christian. Let me clarify. I don't tell no Christian stories, baby.
Oh
I'm
Lord.
a spiritual.
He was talking about praying for me. I'm like, what you gonna do this for?
It's about to get nasty.
Right.
I can tell. What? Oh Lord, who you just slept with that you weren't supposed to sleep with, girl?
Okay. Well, I don't want to discourage anybody who may be in a situation similar what I'm about to say, so I'm putting a disclaimer out there. Okay, about 10 years ago, no, a little bit longer. Let's try 12. Okay. 12 years ago, it was a very close friend of mine. This was like my brother, like high school. It was one of those people, you know how you had those friends where it really is on your end a friend, and you really don't look at them past a friend, and they can be attractive, but you're not attracted to them in that way. I was never attracted to this person in this way. Now, he was a nice-looking man and a gentleman, but it was, you had to have that something. You had to have that connection called that soul connection.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, I thought, well, hey, he's been trying since I was in high school, and he's been a good person, close to the family, all that. Everything was working out well. He, loved my daughter. Everything was just going along. Good guy, hardworking, all that. But the soul connection wasn't there. So I took him up in his offer, finally, and we tried to start dating. It felt awkward. It felt awkward to me because I was still looking at him like, this is my brother. And I felt disgusted. When we kissed, I was repelled.
Oh, my
because
God.
it's like my brother. It did nothing for me.
Oh my
And I
God.
just could not. We didn't go past, for me, 3 dates. And right now, our friend, like, to me, I could go back to, I know it's a little weird, but I'm like, that's still my friend. Like, okay, we tried it. It wasn't working for me on no level. I was not, besides him being a piece of eye candy, that's all that he really could give to me. He could not give me the other things that I was needing, that I was giving to myself. I was not connected to him soulfully or spiritually, so I wasn't his. No matter what he did physically, it did nothing for me. He didn't stimulate me mentally. So it was no. And we had a little drink, and he cooked. And he was an excellent cook. Fixed me breakfast and everything. And he was so. I just wasn't feeling it. I couldn't do it. He bored me. And I'm just gonna be honest. I was bored. I was bored on every level. Conversation, I was bored.
Oh my God.
Sex, I was bored.
Mm.
I was bored.
I hope he ain't. I
My
hope he ain't
thing
listening to
that-
this
no,
one day. I
but
hope he
you know
like.
what?
I
Well,
hope he.
hold on.
don't-
Let me say this. But you should. I believe you should. Those things should be in there with the right person. That person will be your friend. That person will be, your spiritual confidant. That person will be your lover. That person will be your partner in life. All these different categories they will fall into with the right being. But when you're not connected, it's not going to hit. So that person, he was hitting in his direction, and mine was like, no way. I had all types of walls of, I'm not feeling it, block, nope, block, 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 tried it, nope. And at that time, I wasn't where I am now, knowing what I know. But then, it didn't do it for me. And now looking at it, it damn sure is nowhere near going to do nothing for me. But a friendship would.
So you snatched
That's
that
it.
man's soul, and he was thirsty after that. Let me ask you that. Was he trying to come back for it? Like was he really trying to establish something after he got it?
Here's the thing. It didn't go past the, how, touch a little bit, kiss a little bit. Because if I'm going to be honest, and we're keeping it real on the show, aren't we?
Yeah, we got to.
All right. I felt, and I was not impressed. So there was no penetration.
Oh damn. Bro.
Carry on.
Oh.
There was
Okay.
no.
Yeah.
When I said I wasn't feeling it,
Yeah.
if I'm not feeling it, there's no entry into the temple.
Wait
If
a
you don't have
minute.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. I'm
You
not
did not
even
have to
tripping
pee.
on that. I'm tripping on how this chick in the
I-
background
I
just
don't-
came
I'm
with a
serious about this
yes,
thing. No.
yes. Like she was in church in the back row. It is first Sunday and you got on all white and you just bust out with your yes, yes, yes. Yes. I remember when I touched it and that motherfucker wasn't yes, yes. But let me hold on. Well, let me back it up though, because let me break it down for y'all. Because I believe that there is a misconception with women that y'all believe that, like, y'all believe every pussy is golden, and I am here to tell you that it's not. There have been some times in my life I done had a good time and had some good drinks, and boy, I really looked forward to what I was about to get into. And then I got into it, and I was like, damn. Like, oh, man. And, like, I'm going to tell y'all, ladies, ain't nothing worse than when a man is having sex with you, and he is thinking, like, how do I fucking stop having sex with her? Like, how do I stop this shit? Like, do I, man,
Wow.
I'm telling you, y'all don't think men fake nuts, but baby, there have been times in my life I done bust out, and shook my body and
How
every
do y'all
goddamn
think
thing.
that?
Huh?
Wait, hold on. So you're telling me that you
I
have
just,
been in it, been knee deep in it, and faked it, like she couldn't feel or
She
tell the
couldn't
difference?
Yeah.
listen,
That's what I'm like. How you?
I'm gonna tell y'all something. I don't want to
you
get.
can,
Wait, whoa,
you
whoa,
can
whoa,
make
whoa,
all
whoa,
the kinds of
whoa.
noises in the world.
This is another show. This is
But
a
you
whole
can
nother
feel
show.
stuff, though.
Wait, whoa, whoa, I'm about to tell you something. That's a whole nother show about men knowing how to control their bodies. There are certain things that a man can do to give the
Oh,
impression,
absolutely.
yeah, that he is just really
Tantric.
doing some stuff. You know, like if you know your body and know how to operate your body,
Man,
trust me, it is very, very possible. Especially if you got a woman that's already she just wet, you know, and you just I'm telling you, I can't even describe it to you. That's the sound.
It's
If you ever with me and you hear that sound with me, I did not like it. I'm telling you, if the louder I get, I'm telling you, the louder I
you just have
the louder I
upset
get.
a whole tribe of women.
I'm trying to tell. What you talking about? It's some
But I
women
know
out
what he's
here.
talking about. Yeah.
It's some
'Cause
women.
men can
Listen,
do Kegels too. Like women, we could do it. Men can do it too. Like you can have control over those muscles. But I'm
listen.
just wondering, like, about what you said about faking. I'm like, but the woman couldn't feel it. I know about the sound, but it's a feel.
Wait a minute. If I make that, if I make it do what it would normally do if I was coming in the first place, you know, that's a whole. This is a whole nother conversation, y'all. This is a whole nother conversation.
But yeah, because
I think we need to have a show about. I think that might be
Yeah,
our
that's
next
what I'm saying.
show.
The feel. Yeah.
There might be another show in 2 weeks about
Okay.
coming. Yeah, y'all come back in a couple weeks so we can come together and talk about how you can fake a cum. Yeah, it is possible, and I'm telling you, I'm not the only man that has done this, and trust me, and there's some women out there that think that they didn't got a man to, you know, come to his full ejaculation. No, you didn't, baby. No, you didn't, baby. I'm telling you, the second we got in that motherfucker, we was like, how do I get out of it? I'm telling you. Just because sex ain't good to a woman don't mean that the man is not a good sexual partner. Sometimes the connection is not there.
Right.
And it just like, I just can't. I just can't. And then I get
Yes.
with somebody else and it's like fireworks all over the place. You be like, what your name is again?
Yeah.
I'm trying to tell you.
Okay.
It's the connection.
I'm trying to tell you.
It is.
It's that connection.
It is. It is
It's
truly
something
all about
powerful.
connection.
I didn't got some. Listen, I didn't got some before, and I just thought like at the moment I was just, you know, being a man, just getting my rocks off, you know, just doing what I was gonna do, and in that moment I was like, where the fuck did they make you at? Like, what year? And it's like a fine bottle of wine. It's like, oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
But to get back to our topic that we started off with today, I have been in that same situation and been like, this is good, but I can't stand this motherfucker. How many times have you been there? Like in real life, like what? I want us to break the cycle of having sex with people or generating energy on people. Because we got my girl Soul Kitten. She loves that word energy. It's from projecting our energy on people and taking their energy into us when we don't have to. How do we do that, Soul Kitten?
That part.
How do we do that?
That part.
Especially when that's what I'm used to.
Because I'm gonna tell you, sometimes when the sex is good, you're gonna put up with. Okay. In my younger years, in my younger years, because I'm to a point now in life, I'm very blunt. But in my younger years, there were times where I was just like, you know, this sex is fire. I can't stand his black ass. He get on my nerves. But you gonna come over tonight? What you doing? Where you at? What's going on?
Yeah.
But you know, and if I didn't hear from that person any other time, I was okay with that.
Yep.
As I've gotten older, if we don't have that connection before we get there, then I'm gonna be like, no. And if we get to that point and it don't work, then I'm gonna be like, okay, we might want to try some other things because I'm quick to switch gears on you. So let's try this way. Or let's do this way. No, it's still not working. Okay, we gotta go take a shopping trip because we about to go to the store and I'm about to educate you on some shit. And if that still doesn't work, then I'm just like, bruh. Or ma'am, because let me tell you that it happens that way too. You're like, Although I will say that I am quicker to cut a sexual connection with a woman I'd be like, we could be the best of friends. I'm not messing with you no more. I can't do it. But
I think it's harder for men. I think it's harder for men.
When I was younger, I put up with a lot.
I think it's harder for men. And when I say that, like, women are going to be like, no, because y'all fuck us and just get the fuck on. But the reason I say that is because that's what men do. Like, if we are not attracted, we immediately disengage. Immediately. That, you know what I'm saying? Like, we immediately disengage. Like, if I can, I'm telling you, I've been in relationships and it's been like one thing that a woman has done and it has completely disengaged me from that relationship. That didn't mean I stopped dealing with the woman, but I was disengaged from the relationship. My interest was somewhere else. I was looking for something from somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to find something else to pique my interest and get me away from what I'm dealing with. And that's a dangerous position to be in. It really is, because the more you invest your time with somebody, the more lethal the situation becomes. You know what I'm saying? There are a lot of people that have lost their life from dealing with a person that they didn't care about, but that person cared about them. A lot. A lot of people are not here no more because they could not just be honest and say, you know, hey, yo, when we get together, this is just sex. Or after the sex to say, hey, I was not satisfied. I'm disinterested in it. And I think that that's a conversation. When is the last time that you have honestly heard people telling somebody, I wasn't interested in the sex? You know, ain't nothing against you. I'm just not, it just doesn't engage me anymore. Like, we are so far away from having a real serious conversation with somebody, because, like, it might be a conversation that you can. I'm wondering, can you have a conversation with somebody and tell them that you're not sexually engaged and still be friends with them? Do you think that's possible?
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Yes.
Hell yes. Yes, indeed.
But is the friendship the same though? Like, is the friendship the same? Like, after you feel what I'm saying? Like, you can
cross that line. It's never the same.
You feel what I'm saying? You can say
that's healing.
Yeah, it's one thing to say, like, yeah, okay, I'm cool with you, you know what I mean? But the connection is completely different at that point. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah.
It's gonna go through phases and stages.
So actually, do we actually keep friends with a person that we had sex with that we were not interested in? Like, think about it. Do you, like, if that bond is broken, if you had a good relationship beforehand, you have sex, and then it's some type of distance there because somebody's not interested with the other person. Is that person really? Do you really consider that person in that same spectrum of a friend that you saw them before?
I believe the dynamic would change. Yeah, your perception is going to change because the two of you were looking at each other in one context, and now you have seen each other naked, right? And so all that stuff you were talking, maybe all that tension you were feeling before, and so the curiosity got the best of the both of you, and you didn't like it.
Yeah, but what happens what happens when one does like it though? What happens when one does like it, and it's like, I want to pursue this, and the other person is like, yo, it didn't work for me. Like, how does that friendship?
That's where honesty has to come in. Honesty has to be there, because if you lead that person on, whether it's a male or a female, it's going to, like you said, it's going to be further damaged, because you're going to go along having this person believe that it's good for you too. No, it's not. It's not. And if that's a deal breaker for you, then you have to be honest. And that's why a lot of people get caught up in this stuff that they don't need to. I call this distraction. Whatever is taken away from your purpose and taken away from where you need to focus is a distraction. If it's not helping you, it's harming you. It's a distraction. So if you don't want to be honest, you're going to cause more distractions. That means arguments. That means further hurt feelings, because guess what? There is no easy way to tell somebody, you just don't do it for me sexually, without them feeling some type of hurt, because a lot of people attach their sex to their ego.
Exactly.
And the ego will mess everything up for you in any context. That's one of my famous sayings I say to everybody, especially now, is I don't talk to egos. Your egos can sit down. I only talk to your heart, your spirit, and your soul because that's how I'm coming. So on a soulful level, on a heartful level, you got to have that conversation like, look, it's going to be hurt feelings, but this is something that you got to step into the role of, get into the character of looking at the other person with no judgment. I'm going to pause. One more time. Look at that person without any judgment, knowing that they're speaking their truth. Respect them for their truth because that's what they see. Just like they have to respect you for your truth and what you see. Now, just so happens that the two dots didn't connect. It doesn't mean that you both are damaged. It just means that y'all don't connect in that way for whatever reason. So you're seeing something about the relationship. Learn. Get over the hurt. Go through it. Get over the anger, the ego trip, or whatever you're going to go through. Because, oh, no, I can't believe that. Because I don't like, well, I'll throw it down. You know, this whole thing, I can't believe something just told me I do it like this. You know you heard it, or you maybe said it before. But you got to be honest because it's going to do more hurt. Go through the pain now than worse pain later. There's a choice. A little pain now, worse pain later. You take your pick. But it's not going to be the same. Just we got to be honest. There is no sugar-coated way to say, hey, look, it just ain't working. And the other person may be like, this is the best I've ever had, or this is the best I've ever had. And it's not the same way for the other person. That's hurtful. Yes, it is. So as you talk to somebody, if you're in that situation right now, go into your heart. How would you want someone to talk to you? But be real with yourself and that person. But do so in a context of love. Don't do so in a context of telling them, like, look, you just bad. Your shit is off. Look, no, you should not even get out there with nobody no more because you don't do that. You know what I mean? Like, don't tell them, hold on, here's another one. So I know a lot of women have heard this, and I'm going to do this one for you, Queen. Don't have no man tell you that, this is something I heard some of my male friends say. Look, I got up on her, and she's all loose. Now, I'm not going to say that women don't have loose walls, okay, in your yoni space. That's the temple doors. Okay, you're a JJ. All right, those walls don't need to be loose and flapping. You got to do a thing called kegels. But everything happens for a reason. So you got to learn your body. Why is it happening this way? So some men, they may have a small wee-wee. All right? He may not be that blessed down there. And he wants to claim that you just too big. No, baby, you just too small for this ride. Stay in your lane.
You must be this tall to ride this ride.
And
Oh God.
Okay, so we said
we're gonna have
connections over here.
We're gonna have a size restriction. We're gonna have a size restriction for the show. You got to be 6 foot.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. I ain't gonna even start with y'all, man. Okay, let me read some of these comments. Let me read some comments. Let me see. I'm trying to see something. Demetra Brand Triplet says, if it doesn't balance sexually, mentally, or emotionally, someone will be unfaithful or there will be a person completely unengaged. I completely agree.
Boom. I agree too.
Demetra,
Boom.
Demetra, you just hit it on the head. You just hit it on the head.
Yeah.
But how many, and again, I still say this. For people that have to hear that conversation, I especially don't feel that women are are in a space to hear that, it may not be as good as they think it is. A lot of women think that that they golden down there, and it's just, it's just all right. It's just all right. I'd rather, I could be drinking coffee right now. It's all right though.
But you know what the fact is? It is golden, not just. But some women, I know some of us have said, yeah, when you get in here, it's gonna be whatever, because it's heaven in there. That's a temple. Okay, but a lot of us don't treat our temple that well. Some of us are basing our temple out of what our ego has told us that our temple should be.
See, I think
it's not.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead, baby.
It's a sacred. It's a sacred space. It's passion. It's desire. You know, it's love. It's an interest. Think about it. The yoni,
I think personally,
the female aspect of creation, the phallus, the masculine. Okay.
I think
of
personally,
creation, the
I think
masculine
personally,
aspect.
I think personally, when it comes down to if a man meets a woman prior to sex, how can I say this? You should not be so, don't involve yourself so deeply into someone if you are just, especially if you out here just know you just having fun, like I think that you should, I don't know how, I'm trying to figure out how to phrase this statement, because I think
Be honest and tell people up front.
yeah, I think a lot of people like to prey on people. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think a lot of people like to prey on people. And in the process of that, a lot of people end up just get hurt just for just stupid ass reasons. You know what I mean? I think, and if you just be honest with somebody about what you like, what you don't like, keep your mouth closed about sex. Ladies, you don't have to be out here telling a nigga what you gonna do. Let them find out. You know what I'm saying? Because you could be talking so much.
Let him search for you.
Yeah, you could be talking so much that have you ever listen? You can make anticipation so strong that the anticipation is higher than what you actually get at the moment. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can tell me some shit is so good that I'm sitting there like, okay, this shit. She telling me this shit is gonna be amazing. She gonna do this and she gonna do that, and then when you do it, I don't get that same thrill of what you were telling me. So I think sometimes it's best to, because I may not be thinking about what you do before you say before you do it. You know what I'm saying? And if you bring that expectation on to a brother or to a sister and you don't follow through with that expectation, shame on you. Hey, shame on you, brother. Shame on you, sister. You should have kept your mouth closed. That thing don't work like you thought it did. Talk to me. Where my girl at? Seiko.
Yes.
Come on, talk to me, baby.
Listening. I was reading sisters. My sisters have jumped online, so I was just kind of reading their comments a little bit. I don't like people who talk. I don't like the ones who talk. Oh no, I wanted to say that the conversation that we started previously had been about poly life.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't tell you because, people are just like, no, I'm not trying to add someone to our, we're not trying to add someone to our relationship because anything is missing. We just have so much love to share this and this and this and this and this. One of the things, especially because there's so many people in our group and so many of them will, hit us up individually on the admin team. And then just people that I know in real life, that part of, and that's why I talk about wanting a poly experience as opposed to actually being poly. Sometimes, not even just sometimes, quite often, in a lot of the questions and the situations that I hear, it's the connection. Like, oh, we've been married for so-and-so and so-and-so and such and such years and this and everything is great and this and that and the other, but there's not a true connection. Mm-hmm. Or we've been together for umpteen thousand years. We are so heavily, invested in one another. We're just not sexually interested in each other anymore.
Mm.
So you're going to bring somebody else, you're going to drag somebody else
into a bad situation
it without being truly, open and transparent up front. Yeah. That, hey, in this particular area in our, in our foundational relationship is lacking. I hear so much of that. So much of that.
Let me see what.
And I am one of those people. Huh?
Go ahead. And I'm looking at the comments. Go ahead.
Okay. And I'm one of those people that, I'm be honest with me. If it's not working for you, just like I said, if it's not working for me, we're gonna try some stuff. If it's not working for you, I would expect my partner to be adult enough, secure enough to say to me, hey, this doesn't work. This isn't working. This doesn't work. This isn't what I like. This is what I like. And if we can't have those real conversations, then how authentic is the connection truly?
Okay. Okay, this is from Demetra again. Demetra said, don't engage deeply at all until you have a discussion about both of you being invested and desiring a future together. I think that's a great point. And I think a lot of couples just like touch the surface of it. Especially like when you get into a relationship, you sort of touch the surface of what you want without getting into it. You sort of play it safe. I personally believe there is no better time to be 100% honest with somebody than when you first meet them. Because when you first meet somebody and you're trying to engage and find out if you want to formulate a relationship or not, you don't owe that person anything. You know what I'm saying? That the person doesn't really know you. You really don't know that person. You're just having conversation. And I think that the part that's left out is the conversation. We get into relationships and we don't have conversation. I know a lot of people that have gotten to multiple relationships online, but they don't know the motherfucker at all. Never met a motherfucker, but you in a relationship. Like how the fuck how the fuck does that work? You know what I'm saying? Like it's one thing just to deal with a relationship. It's a whole nother thing to deal with. I want some and you ain't nowhere near me. Like that's a whole nother conversation. So how does that even work? My thought process, thought process to me doesn't make sense. Talk to me. What you thinking, Soul Kitten?
Okay, well, actually, the first thing that came to my mind when you said about if you need something, like your basic needs that we all have, and that person's not around, what do? Well, see, that is also tied into the core of your relationship, because even if you and your partner can maybe on different sides of the earth, you can still connect with that person. But that requires a deeper connection with your mate, and that requires authenticity about who you are, who that person is, and what your relationship is based on. But you're right. A lot of times people want to claim they're in this relationship, but again, we can't judge people because that's their reality for whatever reason. So instead of judging it, look at what made them look at it that way in the first place. It goes back to how we have been taught, how we've been socialized to even view ourselves in relation to other people. These are relationships. It stems further than just being intimately involved with someone. This goes to your friendships. This goes to your working relationships and every other context down here on a lower level. But see, the problem, in my opinion, that I see with some couples that go through this about not truly getting to know somebody before you're claiming this being. You guys take time, and what's that time? Divine timing. What's divine timing? Whatever time is right for your situation. And can nobody from no direction interfere unless you allow them to in your timing. But you got to have a conversation, like you mentioned. That's very important. Very, very important. Because if the two of you are not understanding and understanding each other, there is not going to be a connection. There will always be chaos without being brought to order. So in your manifestation of your relationship and what you want it to evolve into, it's going to become stagnant because you're still in a state of chaos. See, in the beginning, there was chaos and order. Order brought the chaos. They worked together. chaos is not what we've grown to know chaos as. So when you are in a state of chaos, that's what your relationship is going to be based on if you do not have a solid understanding of that person and, first of all, a solid understanding of yourself. Because remember, when we have conversations, we talk the way we think.
Facts.
So if we would just talk less sometimes and listen more, we will find out a lot more about the people we are around and who we're dealing with before you actually make an agreement with this person. Know what they're truly saying, because I tell people this. There's what your ego says, basically what the mouth says, and then what your soul says. See, I go past what's coming out first, and I look underneath to see what the meaning is, what's the etymology of what this person is saying. What is the origin of where they're speaking their truth? Because that tells a whole lot about the person and where they are in their life. And that will tell you if that is the right fit for you.
Okay, I got a question for you ladies. Because this is about to take us into our next segment of the show. What do you feel personally are the biggest mistakes that women make in relationships to creating a relationship? What do you think that the biggest mistake that women make in looking for a relationship?
Jumping in too quick.
Who wants to go?
Let's go with Seiko.
Jumping in too quick.
Jumping in too quick.
I think that jumping in too quick, because I just in conversations with people that I know, and you know, and even in my own personal experiences in the past, there have been times where you're just like, oh, this person is so wonderful, and you know, it has not been long enough for you to truly get to the heart of a person, for you to truly know their soul. I mean, I can't even say truly know their soul, because, you know, you can be with people for years and not know the true depths of their soul. But to truly know their inner workings, to truly have a glimpse into their mind, because I promise you, for, you know, if people can keep up that representative for a very long time. And it isn't until that representative is finally allowed to be dismissed that you truly see the person that you're involved with.
I'm hearing you, but this is where I somewhat disagree. I think that a lot of times we only see in people what we want to see. A lot of times if you really pay attention to how a person is, you can tell how they are. You know what I'm saying? But we somewhat, we a lot of times like put stuff down. Well, we don't pay attention to this. So, you know, it's not that major, you know, but it is that major. You know what I'm saying? Some things I think a lot of times we just do not really pay attention to in the very beginnings of a relationship. You know what I mean? Like, prime example. If you meet somebody and they drinking when you met them and they got fucked up, like really fucked up, you know what I'm saying? And then you're around them a second or third time and they really fucked up. Well, guess what? That's what that person is. And you're deciding to deal with it until, and this is what happens in a lot of relationships. People deal with shit for so long, and then when they get into an argument, then they want to talk about all the shit that they've been dealing with from the beginning. And I think that is the most coward shit to do in a relationship. If a motherfucker could, you know, do wrong on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, don't say shit to him on Thursday about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't pick times that, I'm gonna say this to him just because. No, I think a lot of people use pot shots in arguments. and they don't have nothing to stand on instead of just being real. Yo, I don't like this. I don't like this. You know, you did this. This is what pissed me off about you today. But no, we get into that mode of, you know what, you did this. Now I'm gonna try to hurt you. I'm gonna say something to you to fuck you up. I'm gonna say something to try to demean you as a person. And ladies, I'm gonna tell y'all this. And if y'all don't listen to nothing else I tell y'all, and quit demeaning the man. I'm so serious. Quit demeaning the man that you laying with, that you deciding to fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Like if he good enough to lay down with, and you good enough to put your mouth on him and suck him and fuck him, he's good enough in other situations. If not, you need to really turn the conversation on yourself and start, having real serious conversations with yourself and having, I can't stand myself conversations, because you the one that's fucking up. If you rocking with it when it's bad, I mean when it's good, but when it's bad, now you got something to say. No, you a coward to me. You just using the relationship for whatever you can use it for, and that's on both sides. Men, stop doing that shit. You know what I mean? I know a bunch of guys that, when they get into it with their lady, man, it's like I don't even want to be around, because what they gonna say, I'm like, yo, you don't be saying that shit when I'm around y'all when we just chilling. Why is that shit good for me to sit around here and act like it's okay for you to say that about her, and and we just chilling? Like it's crazy. Mm-hmm. And on a real level, if somebody is your friend, talk to them about being disrespected. If I'm rocking with you and you seeing me being disrespected and you feel that I shouldn't be disrespected, or you see me going down a route of disrespect, or and I'm not looking at it that way, I'm just accepting it. No, have a conversation with your friend. If not, quit calling yourself that person's friend, because you're not. You're not. A real friend is going to come to you in good, bad, any situation. And they're willing to, a real friend is willing to hear you not accept what they're saying. Talk to me.
A real friend will also say things to you that you may not want to hear.
Exactly.
Yes. Yes.
Because I have lost friends, but then again, I have friends in my life who come to me and they'll be like, you're going to be that one that's going to tell me not what I want to hear, but what you really see. And whether it is someone who is acting ugly for no apparent reason, and I'm like, yo, you need to chill. You want to drink? You need to sit down. You want to talk? Or, and I have one friend who loves her to absolute freaking death. She calls me, especially when she gets, she gets anxious and she gets all wound up about something. And I'm like, Sam, calm down. You doing this, and this, and that's not going to work. That's not doing you any good. That's not doing the situation any good. You going to have to breathe for yourself. And at the same time, I'd be like, man, he was fucked up when he did it. You was fucked up when you did it.
Exactly.
So what you going to do?
Exactly.
So I have lost several quote-unquote friends. I have people in my life who now handle me with a long-handled spoon. And I'm like, I'm okay with that, because I'm that person that's going to tell you, no, you was fucked up. You fucked up when you're doing it. You was fucked up when you did it. He was fucked up when he did it. The whole situation is fucked up. You don't even need to be with that person, because that's just ridiculous.
Okay, we got a whole conversation jumping off here. I'm about to try to narrate this conversation real quick. We got Demetria says sometimes people don't realize they are toxic because that is all they know. So they give and are drawn to what is familiar, even when it's not good for them.
Absolutely.
Okay, good point. I'm about to like that right now. Okay, then my girl Melinda Sugar Nelson said, "True, D. What she is saying is true. People always jumping into something even before they really connect. Fact. My girl Miss Chandra, definitely. I want Shan to call in if she's listening to the show. Shan said, trusting too fast and expecting too much too soon. And then Demetra came back with lowering their standards to be in a relationship. And my girl Melinda rounded it out with invest in people who invest, who don't, in people in, I guess what she's saying is people invest in people who don't invest in them. And that's a major key. A lot of and if you think about business, and she used the word investment, you don't put your money towards something that you don't get an investment for. You don't put your relationship or your feelings on the line for somebody that's not going to put something back in you. I think we just lost the line. Hold on one second. Let me call back in and get the girls back on the line 1 second. If y'all are listening to the show, you can call into the station at 701-802-5290. And the access code, hold on 1 second. Let me get the access code up. The access code is 4907349. And you have to hit the pound sign. So I'm about to get ready to call them back right quick. Let me see right quick.
Welcome. This service is provided by freeconferencecall.com.
That's what it's going to sound like.
Please enter your access code followed by the pound or hash sign. If you are the host, press star now.
Yes,
Otherwise,
star.
please wait. And
You know, we like to multitask and do all that stuff, right? It's a reason for that. So when you get to know someone at their core, but check this out. Before you even bring someone else into the picture, how about you get to know yourself? And let me tell you about, it's not a cliche, and I know people heard this all the time, go inside. Yes. Why is it so important to go inside? Because what you are resonating, what's resonating inside of you, shining inside of you, is shining a light outside, which means that light attracts things. It shines the light in dark places. So whatever you are sending out, your signals, just like we have towers for our cell phones, just like we're on right now, we're having a virtual conversation. None of us are in the same room with one another. How are we talking? You see, these things are all connected to us. Remember, we're a part of nature. We come from the earth, our physical being. That's just our temple. But when you get to know yourself, you're going inside of your temple. What exists inside of your temple? What are those dark places that you may not want to go into that has a whole lot to do with what's currently happening in your life, but you don't want to face it? You bring that stuff into a relationship, and so there's the other person, and you're going to attract what it is that is going on inside of your environment. Think about when you plant seeds in the dirt. You're not going to put your seeds in some toxic dirt, but a lot of us put our seeds into toxic dirt and allow toxic seeds to go inside of our fertile soil. The exchange. It goes deep. Yeah. These things are connected. These things are connected. What does it mean to say I'm a woman, I'm a female? That's an energy. And both of these energies exist inside of men and women. A lot of times we are not connected with both sides of ourselves. That makes us unbalanced. So I would be curious to see if somewhere in this conversation, if we could switch the roles, meaning step inside of the feet and the essence of a woman. What does that feel like to you? What have you been taught about what a woman is from a male's perspective? And from a woman, the same question, and vice versa. What have you been taught about these things that we are in such a war about? We're at war with each other, okay? Whenever we do these toxic bombs and this manipulation and all this other stuff that is not from a loving place, we are creating a toxic environment. Therefore, we create toxic things, toxic problems with no solution but a whole lot of talk. We got to put this talk into action. So if a lot of people like to use this phrase, and it's probably old now, but real, keeping it real. That's old. Keeping it real, whatever you want to say about saying that you are authentic, but a lot of people are not living in their authentic light. Sometimes you got to be broken down. Sometimes you're going to hear those things. They're going to hurt you. And I'm going to tell you, that was the best crap that ever happened for me. I got when I'm talking about humiliated, I'm talking about some stuff I did not want to hear, some stuff that, guess what, that were triggers for me that would have made me go off in another way in the past. See, I was the type, very fiery. I didn't wait for you to come to me. If you came to me with something that I did not invite and you're trying to inject this inside of my environment, I'm going to come to your environment. See, I did that without thought when I was younger. But when you get a little mature and get a little bit more wisdom underneath your belt, still in a state of unknowingness, because we're always constantly learning. Never get yourself caught up in the trap of I know everything, because then you become a fool. So there are going to be some times you're going to hear some stuff that's going to hurt the crap out of you. And you're going to cry, and you're going to cry some more. I remember I cried so much I couldn't even stand up. You got to be broken down to be built back up, to be strong. And once you get that, once you're growing in your strength inside, you will see your environment start to change. You will see the people you attract start to change. Your conversations will start to change. Because your perception, it starts with your mental.
I want to see
and
if
from your mental, it goes from what you speak.
I want to see if Chandra is online?
Yeah, and Santa's online.
Hey, baby girl, how you feeling?
Hey, bro, I'm good.
Okay, you care to share your thoughts? And if y'all out there, call in.
It's basically what I was saying in the post when I was commenting. One, if my friend tells me, hey, you doing too much, I appreciate that. I'm not that person that's going to go back and say, forget you, you don't know what you're talking about. Even though when I was younger, I probably did. But now it's more appreciated because I could be doing the dumb stuff because I'm trying to get into this person and they see things, as the young lady said, they see things that I don't see. So it's very much appreciated. And then it is true. Your friend is not, the person is not your friend if they can't tell you when you're falling short or you're doing some dumb stuff for a dude. That's not cool because the thing is, once they dog you, if you're not careful, your friend might be messing around with the dude after he done with you based on the things that you've done. Sometimes, people that call themselves friends may say certain things too because they may want what you got, so, and then what you said, don't dumb a man down. A woman has so much power, she can tear a man up if she is not careful. And it is not cool to break a man down, especially if there are children involved, because that's not how you want your children to see their father or the potential man that you're dealing with that has been nothing but nice to you. If they treating you like crap too, then, that needs to be duly noted too. But don't, regardless of the fact, you be who you are and don't dumb a man down, because once you dumb him down, you still going to be with him. If you ain't made no choices to leave him alone and you still there, who looks like the dummy? You do.
But see,
that makes sense.
This is the thing this is the thing that people don't think about. This is the thing that people don't think about. A woman can talk crazy to a man. A man doesn't have to receive what a woman says to him. Like, see, it's two different type of things that go on. You got people that can dump on you, and then you got the type of person that will receive everything negative that is said about them. Then you have another person that doesn't receive what you say. So if you bring that to a person that's not receiving what you say, 9 times out of 10, that person is going to get out of the relationship. I'm telling you from my own personal experience. I can love the fuck out you, but the second I feel that you've disrespected me and you've said certain things, for me personally, it's hard for me to come back from that. I can look at you, I can look you dead in your face and look at your body and be like, damn, you still find you attractive. But something can be lost in translation there, because the second that you disrespect me in my manhood is the second that you telling me that you don't respect me. You don't value me in this relationship.
But bro, I mean, I agree with you, but that comes with maturity, because there are some men that will stick with the woman even though she's disrespected him, but he'll stay just so he can get her back too.
Yeah, I've been there.
So that's why I say that comes with maturity.
I've been there. I have been with.
What I'm saying?
I have been with women in the past that I've dealt with shit and then been like, man, that was fucked up. But I'm at a season now in my life you got to show. You only got to show me your card one time. You feel what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
I got people. My circle is very small, but the people that have been with me throughout my lifetime, they know me. They know me. You know what I'm saying? And like respect to my guy that I mentioned at the beginning of the show, Sean Wilson. He just lost his mother this weekend. One time we got into it, and we fell out. We had some words, and the only way that it was good for me was when I still had love for my guy. When I saw him the next time and we were around each other, the only thing that made it good for me personally was the fact that he came to me as a man and said, "Yo, bro, I was out of line, or what I said, I didn't mean it." And then we were able to connect. Before that happened, we were not able to connect at all. In a couple months it passed. So if it's like that with me in my homie, and we ain't even laying with each other, what is it like for a woman that I'm living with, or a woman that I'm having a relationship with, for her to go all out, or a man to go all out and disrespect a woman and call her bitches and all this other shit, and go all out and then come back and say, "Oh, my bad"? No. For me personally, at the stage that I'm at now, I can have an argument, a disagreement with you, and still be cool with you. But the second we get to disrespecting each other, it's that's the end of the road for me.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, and I commend you on that, because you shouldn't accept nothing less. I mean, just like she shouldn't accept nothing less. So and that's the problem too. Men, what I find is that when a woman does that to a man and he's upset, he's pretty much done. But when a woman gets upset but she loves him, she likes him, I see potential in him. I believe if I just work with him just a little bit longer, he gonna change, and he'll never change. But she will stick it out. She'll be so forgiving and forgive everything, and still stick with this dude. And he is disrespecting her, mistreating her, potentially verbally abusing her, praying that he is not physically abusing her, but she will stay. She will forgive until the end. Not all women, but a lot of them will do that. And I've seen some men do it as well. So I commend you to say, "No, babe, I love you. You look good. Man, I wish it would have worked, but I can't." That's better for the both of you, because it goes right back into that toxic relationships, which someone talked about earlier. That's what begins to happen when you stay in something that's dead end and you already know. You begin to create a toxic relationship where this person, they not trusting you, but they all in your face. You not trusting them, but they all in your face, and both of y'all are disrespecting one another. Does that make sense?
Yeah, and
you
disrespecting yourself.
I'm going to back off. Huh?
I said, and you disrespecting yourself.
Absolutely. Why dumb yourself down to please someone that ain't even checking for you? They stopped checking for you a long time ago, but because it's convenient and we gonna make it do what it do until they get tired, you gonna put up with it.
Yep.
It does no good for nobody. So yeah, I commend you. Back away, walk away. I wish a lot of us could just walk away from toxic relationships, but then as you get older, people be like, "I'm too tired to be going out here trying to figure somebody else out. I'm just going to stick with what I got." And what you got is toxic.
As hell.
And it can become so toxic that somebody going to hurt somebody physically if it's not dealt with early on. So, yeah, walk away.
Yeah.
Both sides, both parties.
Melinda, if you do not call into the show, I swear to God, Melinda is my favorite person online right now, because she is going in. I can't even keep up with all her comments. I want her to call in and say something to me, baby girl. I want to hear what you got to say. And I want to hear some men. I see my hold on, let me go back. I saw a young man out here a few minutes ago. Calvin, if you out there still, call in. I want to hear from you people. We talking about toxic relationships. What's love got to do with it? This is our first episode. This will be a bi-weekly show that we do every 2 weeks. For those that don't understand what bi-weekly means, we'll be coming on every 2 weeks, and we'll be having discussions about relationships, sex. I mean, you name it, we getting down to it, you know, because me and my girl had a conversation about, like, the polyamorous lifestyle. It's like, it's so many people that are just in that for whatever reason and really have no clue what the fuck they are dealing with. They have no clue what, you can have the outer surface reasons of what the definition of it is, but you have no clue of what it really is. But I'm sitting here thinking about a person that called in on our show the other day, and I'm wondering if they even listening to the show at this time. If they are, I would love for them to call in.
She's not.
She's not.
She's not right now.
Okay.
No.
And with the situation, and if you listen to the playback of this show, I've been thinking about you like since we did the last show, and I really believe in order for you to make a transition, a switch in your life to make things better for you, you have to reevaluate how you view yourself. How you view yourself will have a major influence on how you view what other people think about you. I want to know what you think about that. So talk to me. So you still with us?
Okay. Yeah, I'm right here. Which part do you want me to answer?
I said,
He was talking about the young lady that was with us last week.
Yeah, I know, but which part do you want me to start with? About how she views herself, about self-worth, or where? Anywhere?
You can start it wherever you want to go with it, because I got a feeling you're gonna bring it back around anyway.
Okay, I feel like she's been on my heart too.
You're out the phone. I can't hear you.
Because, okay, wait a minute. She's been on my heart too, and there's a lot of women that are in her particular situation. It may not be exactly the same, but I'm sure on some level that every woman or man can relate to feeling like you're stuck, feeling like you want to get out of here, but you're staying around for your children, but you feel like you just have no life left. Like people have sucked the life out of you. And that can happen. There's a name for that. They're called succubus and incubus. I believe they make movies on them called vampires. They're real. And there are people around you that will drain your energy. And how do you know? Because they're not pouring anything back into you. If you're doing all the pouring and pouring and pouring and you're not getting it back, it's an imbalance. So that goes to your worth. What you will and will not accept is based on your thought process about you and your life. There's this quote by Queen Afua that stays in my mind, and she has a lot of great ones. And it's, as I heal myself, I heal my relationships. And as I heal my relationships, I heal my relations. I'm going to say it one more time. As I heal myself, I heal my relationships. As I heal my relationships, I heal my relations. Because our relationships are based on a relation that we have with ourselves. So the first thing that I just want to just pour into her, and the first thing I want to say to anybody else that is in that particular situation, and I've been there, and it's a dark, hurtful place when you feel like you just have no more worth left and you just feel dry. Think about when you feel dehydrated. That's the way you feel when your life force gets sucked from you. Mm-hmm. And you're in a hurt place. So you do things. You think in a different manner. So that is the important thing with that is your self-worth and your love of self. Because when you act in a vibration of love, when you act in the vibration of love, then everything else around you vibrates. And that's how you're able to deflect. Like Neo did in The Matrix, he deflected Agent Smith, right? He deflected him. When he learned who he was and he became the one, when he finally realized he was Neo, he got busy on him, didn't he? He said,
They sure
he took a
did.
deep breath, and he poured himself where? Into Agent Smith, and busted him wide open. And how do you do that? On a, let's say, on a mundane level, or just a regular level of saying it, is when you don't vibrate at the same frequency as someone else. Meaning they're coming at you low, you raise high. Laugh at them. I remember things in the past used to be triggers for me, like, oh, I'm ready to get busy on you. Oh, don't say that to me. Oh, you made me hot. Why? Because there's places inside of yeah. I'm fiery, okay, but I'm fire and water, and I would want to go and get them, but that's not always the right tactic. You got to use strategy. This is a blueprint. We got to stop playing with these things that are right in front of ourselves. So the thing I would say to her, and this is to anybody, is your blueprint. That's what you get when you learn yourself. It's a strategy. It is a rhythm and a dance and a vibration to the way you operate and you move. And as you move more fluidly inside yourself, so will people around you. So when they say that negative stuff, when people say that negative stuff at you, saying, oh, you not this, you may not be this and that and that and that, because they're projecting their own insecurities onto you. And then some people just love to hear their own selves talk. And sometimes I let them talk, and then I laugh. Because I know who's talking. And then we have another conversation. All right, now the ego's done. Let's talk for real. But I'm about transparency. I don't care what someone asks me. I have an answer because it's my truth. You guys speak your truth. Therefore, nobody can have it and hold it against you. If someone says, hey, you let's say you had someone that's a drug addict and they're getting over drugs, their addiction, and someone wants to pull up your past and say you're still that person. And if you know inside yourself you're not that person, you know your worth, you can look at them like, and not even the way of your ego talking, but look at them in the light of love. Now, you can get a little fiery with your love. See, love comes in many different volumes. Like we have volumes on our stereo. There's volumes to our emotions and energies. You can turn it up on them in the light of love and have them shut clearly up and have them think about themselves. You can take their own words and put them back inside themselves and have it dispersed like Neo did inside of Agent Smith. That's what you do when you rise above the ignorance, because that's low-level energy. And for those that believe in the devil, that is called demonic behavior. Manipulation, that's not a high frequency. That's not of the upper echelon called our celestial family called heaven. No. That's a lower level energy. When you talk about manipulation, jealousy, gossip, come on now. What's that? But you take that into your frequency, your spirit, your environment. You got to emit that stuff. Therefore, you're going to attract it. Therefore, you're going to think that that's all that you can get, because you're worth more than that. Know your diamond. Know that light that's inside of you. That's not a cliche. You got to tap into that. That's music. That's rhythm. Think about how you feel when you listen to music. That's a universal language. You manifest with that. Words are power. What you say to yourself has a lot to do with what you're living. Because this is called lucid dreaming. Look it up. Look up what reality is and redefine what your reality is.
I think we got a guest on
lucid dream.
I think we got a guest caller. Who is that on the phone? Did we get a new caller?
That is my twin.
Let's go. Introduce
Hello,
yourself.
Everybody.
Hi,
Melissa. They not ready for you, girl. Whoever that is talking, I don't know who that is, but they not ready for her.
Oh, this is the Soul Kitten. How you doing?
Yes.
They not ready for you, girl. You vibrating on a whole nother level. They not even no. They not ready for that.
Vibrate higher. Everybody's gonna vibrate tonight. We're gonna get high.
Yeah, people don't even realize that at the end of the day, it's all about love. That's what it's all about. Like, I understand fully and completely what you're talking about, because I'm a work in progress myself, and Kenyatta can tell you, like, I used to be the first one, and whoever had like, no, that's not what we gonna do. We gonna nip it in the bud. We gonna do whatever we got to do right here, right now. Now I'm at a point in my life where you ain't even worth my energy. You not worth it. I'm not even finna come down there with you where you at, because I got too much other stuff going on over here.
your growth has been amazing.
Oh, definitely. Because, I used to be a mess, and I'll be the first one to admit it. I used to tell people, boy, fuck you, in a second, and mean it wholeheartedly. So, yeah, sometimes you just got to, you can't. Y'all been talking about a whole bunch of stuff. I don't even know where to start.
This is what we're going to be doing every 2 weeks. We're going to really just get into it. Like, we're not going to be holding no punches. And I appreciate and I want as many listeners to, tune into the show as possible. But this show will not be for the weak at heart. This is about and this is what's so crazy. This show is meant for people that are going through stuff. And for me, the dilemma that I see is that we're going to be hitting some stuff that people are not going to want to face. You understand what I'm saying? Like, like we're talking right now. If somebody's in an abusive relationship, this is going to be something that they're going to have to confront or run away from. They're going to have to either just, you feel what I'm saying? It's either going to be one of them situations where it's going to be like, yo, I got to deal with this, or the conversation is going to be too heavy for them. They're not going to be able to take it. But either way it goes.
Okay, but what
ahead.
we need to do, we need to help people to challenge that. We need them to say, they're talking about me. They're talking about my shit.
Well, in order for that to happen, people got to be ready to be honest with themselves.
Right.
They got to be ready to be honest with themselves. That's not going to, you know what I mean? Like, that's a lot harder than people want to say it is. It's way harder than just saying, okay, I'm going to be honest with myself.
Exactly.
Like, that takes a whole bunch of digging into yourself and diving into who you really are, what made you into the person that you are, what things happened to you in your life, what people put into you, what they took away from you. Like, that takes a lot of shit, and people are not ready to deal with that and to do the work and to realize that in order to have light, you gotta have dark. Like, you gotta do both. It's about balance. Like, you can't. There's nobody walking around here 100% good all damn day. There's not. Everybody, we all got darkness. All of us. That's heaven and hell. That's the light and the dark. Like, there's no other way to look at it. Like, and if you're not ready to get in touch with the God inside of you, it's all for nothing. It's all for nothing. You got to love yourself and be able to climb up out of that hole, but you got to go to the bottom of the hole first, though. You can't be halfway through it. You got to go all the way to the bottom, tear yourself down as much as you can, and then build yourself back up. That's the only way it's going to happen.
Girl,
I'm sending you a hug right now. I'm sending her a hug and a high five and everything.
Absolutely.
Girl, I'm telling you, I'm just saying, I'm on that journey myself, so I know.
Yes.
I know, like, releasing everything that happened to you, some things that, like, there are going to be times and downloads and visions of stuff that you might not even necessarily remember even happening to you to make you feel a certain type of way or be a certain type of way or act a certain type of way with a certain person. Like, there's so much stuff that we have hidden from ourselves on top of the shit that's been hidden from us. Like, we all fucked up, and the only way we're going to figure it out or get better is for us to do the work. That's it. That's all.
This girl.
And it's going to be ugly. It's going to be real ugly. Ain't none of it nice. You're going to have to cry ugly. You're going to have to look at yourself naked. You're going to have to do all of that, everything, all of it. In order for you to come back and love who you truly are, you got to get down to every single part of yourself. You got to.
Yes.
And it ain't easy.
And it's worth it, yes. She's talking dirty to y'all.
Oh, it's definitely worth it. It's definitely worth it.
Yeah.
Once you realize who you are and what powers you have inside of you and the shit you capable of, man, it's definitely worth it. Like, it's definitely worth it. You got to get there, though. Like, it's a journey that you got to get to. Can't nobody take you. You got to get there on your own. You got to decide that that's what you want to do. Whether it's you being around people that's on that journey and that's doing the work and you seeing it and you want to get involved. Like, I don't know. I mean, everybody come differently. But, yeah, it's definitely some work involved.
All right, I got a good question, and I want everybody that's online to answer this question. I want to make sure I have it.
Wait a minute, Russ. You gotta drop fire on that, please.
Listen. I ain't even brought my stuff up. I got you. I'm sitting up here thinking while she was doing it. I was like, okay, she gonna make me go back and bring all my sound effects into the show. I'm already ahead of you. I'm already ahead of you, G. Like,
I was trying to suck down.
I do got one thing I want to comment on that you said earlier about the what do women do about falling in love or something. What was the question that you asked? What can they do to stop or something you asked?
Oh, when I was asking about the,
when we talk.
Go ahead. When I was
Are
talking,
you talking about when we were talking about as far as when you first came in?
I think the question was. I think the question that she's referring to.
No, it was a question that he asked.
Yeah,
he asked
I was
a question about something.
Okay, I asked what do you consider to be the 3 biggest mistakes that women make in relationships?
Listen, that's it right there. That's the question. That's it right there. Listen. I need y'all to stop thinking because he's fucking you good and right that you in love. That's not what it is. He's just fucking you. That's all it is. That's all it's ever gonna be. And I need y'all to realize that, open y'all eyes and just stop being everybody fuck toy. Like, it's not a game out here. Stop. Ain't no love. It don't take love to fuck. That's not. Please stop. Just stop thinking that that's what it is. That really hurts my feelings.
Please.
Just stop, please. I need you to stop.
We got anybody else? Did anybody else not answer that question? Because I felt that hit home for her.
I'm cold.
I'm just saying because at the end of the day, he's not doing anything for you that you can't do for yourself. So I need you to fuck and love on yourself if that's the case.
Hold on, I just thought about something.
Because that's not.
I just thought about something. I said, I just thought I done moved on to other people, but the question was, what are the 3 biggest mistakes? So that's 1 big mistake. You owe me 2 more.
Invest in the people that don't invest in you, and that don't mean money. That mean everything. The biggest thing that you have that is worth more than even money is your time. You can't get it back. You can get that money back. You can't get your time back, though. So just you investing your time in somebody that's not even investing their time in you. You know what we do. You know what I'm saying? Well, I ain't gonna say we because I'm cool. I don't gotta fuck with you. But we have a tendency to stalk people. If you ain't answering that at the right amount of time, I think you should be responding. Then I got to call you. I done text you 10 times. You ain't answered. So now I got to call you 5 times. I got to pop up where you hang out at. Stop doing all of that.
Okay, now I don't go to that. I won't go to that extreme. But I will, I will say that as we all know, I am guilty of investing time in people.
But you don't go that far, though. You don't go that far.
No, that's what I say. Yeah, no, I won't
not that far.
I'd be like, no, you know what?
I wish you would. I wish a nigga would. I'm right on your bumper. Excuse me, man. What are you doing?
This is
our lines been crossed. I'm sorry. What are you doing? What?
This is where we talk about the friends who will pull your coattails.
Girl,
who will say,
you better quit playing with me.
Like you're doing. Well, what the hell?
No, ma'am.
We're not doing that.
That is our whole chapter.
No.
But we are not just a chapter of women. We are a family. We are a sisterhood. We are a true.
I'm just saying, I'm accountable for my sister. I'm accountable for you.
People talk about
accountable for you.
Each one of us live by the motto, I am my sister's keeper.
So
each one of us check in on each other, and each one of us will be like, hey, yo, what you doing? What you doing? Like, we're going to pull each other's coattails because we be like, nah, sis, you can't do that. That ain't it. But this woman right here, okay, so my other sister was on here. She was on the thread, and that is my sister. We share an abode sister. This one is my soul twin, and we call each other twin. This is my soul twin. We have done business. Mm-hmm. We have created all kinds of stuff. But we are also the first ones to say to each other, what the hell is you doing?
Hey, it took us. It was a journey for us to get here. It was a process. Like, we bumped heads in the beginning. Me and her did. And it was like, we had went some weeks without talking to each other. We had a volunteer situation that we had together that had been planned previous, and we hadn't seen each other for a while. So when I seen her, it was just like, you know what, listen, we can't be walking around here preaching about being sisters and helping the community and doing this and doing that, and we can't even sit down like grown-ass people and talk about whatever our issues is. Like, we're not going to do that. So come in here, have a seat. Let's talk it out, figure out if we're going to be friends or we're not going to be friends. Like, we don't necessarily got to be friends, but we can talk about it, whatever it is. If we decide that that's not what we're going to be, then we should be grown about it. So, you know, and that's what we did. And we've been closer ever since that moment. After we had that moment, different doors and different feelings and different emotions opened up, and she really became my sister.
Okay, so now we got two down. Hold on, I want y'all to fall in love.
Right, we do. We have a true soul connection. And that came down to doing that work even within ourselves, because we had to do the work within ourselves to come together to do the work for everybody else.
Oh, that was just beautiful.
Yes.
Man. Hell with that. She got one more to go.
That is the truth.
Hell with that. She got one more to go. One more. Dig in that crate. This better be the look. This one.
I saw it on here.
No,
I got one more word.
And look, you got one more to go. That was two. That was 2 out of 3.
Had to give him 3 reasons.
So now listen. Before you answer this, I want you to think about it real good.
What's another reason?
Yeah,
one of the biggest things that women need to stop doing when it comes to love.
Yep.
Okay, this is a big pet peeve of mine. And I'm not going to say it's false all the time, but it's a fad, so I'm going to say this time it is. Stop acting like everybody's damn it gay now because, you know, you want to have a relationship with a girl because this man wants you to have a relationship with a woman. I'm sick of that shit. Are you gay or are you not gay? I don't got nothing against gay people. All I'm saying is, are you gay today or are you not? I don't understand what it's like. They let go of their standards so fast to be with people who don't even know who they are. Yeah, you can. Y'all know it's
that part right there. That I agree with you because I think that we as women
who have relationships with women just because they felt like it would save the relationship that they were in with the person that was in it with already. Like,
absolutely. That goes back to what I was talking about with being poly. You know, they
I'm saying that, but they don't even know the difference in being poly and having a threesome. They don't know that poly is a lifestyle. That's not just some shit you do. You get up today and decide I'm poly.
Right. Because I'm like, there's a difference between being poly and having a poly experience. I don't need a poly experience.
No, it's a difference. It ain't. That's a lifestyle. Like, people have relationships and live together and coexist. Like, that's an understanding. You can't have an understanding with somebody you don't even know. Hell, you don't even know yourself. You just out here performing tricks because you think it's gonna make you the number one player. No, there's like 8 other people on the team, baby. You just getting your 20 minutes in right now. Chill out.
Oh, that's a whole nother show. We got to come to that one day.
And if you're worried about riding the bench because you don't like to do what that one over there do, then that's the issue. That's the problem.
Now this is the part of the show.
I'm just saying, there's always somebody that's not gonna do what I'm gonna do, but there's always somebody that's gonna do what you're not gonna do too. So. As long as you understand, like I said, it's about balance. As long as you understand what you want to do somebody to do, we good.
You know what? I've been good all this show. I ain't even. I'm busting out all of the. Hey, listen, listen, baby girl. I'm breaking out all of the goodies at the crib right now. You just made that conversation so good. I said I gotta bust this out. I got to roll this up. I said this nigga done took it home. She done took it home.
Oh, Lord.
Somebody give this nigga a plaque.
Hey. Oh, God.
Okay,
Lord.
let's go. I want to go to my girl. Oh, my Jesus Christ. Oh, Jesus. So come on in here. Talk to me.
What you want me to say?
She's like, what you want me to say?
I want to know what your three are. I want to know what your three
You
are.
want me to say? I'm over here high-fiving them and giving them hugs like, yes,
Right,
yes, boom.
right.
What are your
Okay,
three?
bombs, yes.
What are your three things that
Yeah.
you would talk to your sisters about? The three biggest mistakes that women make. What do you think that the three biggest mistakes that women make, especially in relation to relationships?
Okay, well, here's one. Thinking that we can save everybody.
I can't hear you.
So,
Oh my God, yes.
because I know I've been a victim. I've been an offender of saving. Thinking you can just save them. Just want to hold. It's like, oh, the babies. Let me get the babies. Kissy.
Oh, I think you got so much attention.
Okay, every baby. Yeah, I see the potential in you. And you know what? That's true, and that's a great trait to have. But there are some people that don't quite see it that way, and they're not ready to move. And no matter what you do or say, they're not moving. So you can't save everybody. Remember that, and it's okay. It's all right. So get that in your head, please. You cannot save everyone. They have to want it themselves too. All you can do is shine a light and just keep sending them love from afar, because if you stay with them, they're going to pull you right on into that quicksand, and y'all going to be there together. So how you going to get out? Doing the same old stuff. So that's your choice. Don't do it, though.
I swear, you like the black.
The other one, number
You
two.
like the black doctor. You like the black Dr. Phil of the show. I swear to God, you so good with your answers.
No, you got to take that name off. No Dr. Phil. You better try Miss Van Zandt.
Whoever
Okay.
the,
Thank you.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Don't compare us to
See, there you go. There you go. There you
clear
go.
man.
There you go. Right there.
There you go, trying to
man.
dull your magic.
See, there you
Trying
go.
to
being
dull
all-
her shine. Why you trying to dull her shine like that?
See, there you go being on Dr. Phil show me
We
again.
ain't got nothing time for none of that rest of the show.
And there's three of us on here, too?
Damn
Or
you!
was
You know what
four?
the see? You
Four.
took my compliment and twisted it
It's
all the
just
way
four.
around. God damn it! You know what the fuck I meant? You little dark skinned chocolate motherfucker! You don't be starting no shit with me over here,
I
woman.
love you, too.
I'm trying to find out what's love got to do with it. What's your other two?
Huh?
What is your other
Okay,
two?
my other two. Oh, let's see. Wow, it's so many. Let me see. Let's dig into the pool. Because you know what? I made them half of them, too. Woo! Just like that.
Right?
Saving, yeah. All right.
Ain't that it?
And here's the other thing. Saving, because you want to save
I'm
them
trying
all.
to figure out where the men at. Ain't nobody gonna answer about the mistakes that the men didn't make. Where they at?
Hold on,
We got to give them a little. We got to give them a little something to come to. We got to make it
I'm
soft
gonna tell
to
you
come to.
something.
I've been
I'ma tell you
tagging the men in
There
the show.
are
I've been tagging the
four.
men in the show. They
There
scared to
are
get into the conversation.
Four phenomenally strong black women on this line. They're going to comment on this thread, but they're going to allow Mr. Danger to fend for himself.
Hey,
Just
listen.
saying.
Hey, listen.
Nah, bruh, no.
I don't give a damn. Y'all know I don't give a damn.
Ah, bruh, no, we didn't get on there. Nope.
Man, see, fellas, y'all leaving a bad stain on this right now. Y'all making me feel real bad. Please, at least share the post. If y'all ain't gonna call in, at least share the post. Y'all got women out here calling. She just called you a punk in so many words. You know, she did it real nice. But she just said y'all some punks. Y'all scared to call in. But we're gonna go ahead and get to this. Go ahead, finish up. What's your third?
Come in like they did in the Black Panther. Marathon. All right. I had to get that one
See.
out.
See?
Came to the marathon. Yeah, come on through there. Challenge day.
Yes.
All right. My other challenge. All right. The other one is, oh man, stop signing on to what other people are telling you that you are. Please stop letting that influence your identity. Okay?
That's
Stop
good.
allowing other people's negative thoughts and their own projections to shape your own reality about yourself.
That was
Because
good.
half of it is not true.
That was good. That was excellent.
All right.
That was excellent. Who hasn't given a 3? Who hasn't given
That-
a 3?
that is a
Thank
magnificent
you very
point.
much.
Seiko, have you given your 3?
And
I ain't
started
finished my
off
one
with
yet.
Oh, what you say? Listen,
She
I'm
said
not.
she got one more, and I started off the 3. So, but she's right. She got one more. So
Come on with it.
I'll make this one quick.
Listen, I'm the only male online. I
what
know
is
when
it?
to bow out
Okay.
gracefully. Go ahead and run it.
the last thing, Queen, that you have to remember is that you are truly goddesses. So stop believing you're just in this human form, and that's just a whole big world out there for you. You are not limited. That is a human condition. Stop viewing yourselves as these humans. You better view yourself as we are. We are spiritual beings having a human experience.
Human
One more
experience.
again.
Girl, you better tell them.
We are
You better
spiritual
tell them.
beings having a human experience. So remember that you are goddesses. Okay? Remember
Please
your
do.
light. Walk
Please
in
do.
your light, because when you start walking in your light, you're not gonna attract these, but them fuck boys. You dig?
Mhm.
That completes it.
And I got a request for you too. I'm gonna need you to invest in a journal. You feel what I'm saying?
Please.
Write down your thoughts. Talk to yourself. Encourage yourself. Celebrate your good things and your bad things. Like, and meditate.
Yes.
I don't care if you only meditating for 2 minutes a day. Take that damn 2 minutes and focus on you. Declutter your mind and just start loving on yourself. That's it. Can't nobody love you like you supposed to love you.
Oh my God.
Activate your chakras.
And
Yes.
this is gonna be the this is gonna be the last question of the night because we done ran 2 hours already. Okay, and I know we can continue.
have we really?
Yeah, we
Wow.
done
Yep.
ran
Wow.
we done ran 2 hours already. I mean, we can listen. Y'all know me. If y'all want to keep it going, we can keep it going. I just don't want to tire y'all out, because I got a lot of stuff on my mind that I got questions about tonight.
Well, let's go.
Apparently, you the only one because your friends have left you by yourself.
Well, no,
They sure did.
let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. When you're a real man and you walk along, you used to it. Like.
Yeah.
You feel me? That's what I'm talking about. You better tell them, guys. You better tell them.
I'm trying to tell you, and I don't look to the left, the right, in front, or back of me to make a decision about which way I'm going. You know what I'm saying? You gotta stand where you stand, and that's why I knew what I was getting into. And if you think I'm lying, Seiko, didn't I have a conversation with you today? And I said, you know what? I need you to help me build up the men in our group, because I already know that from my perspective and the men that's on my page, very few are going to speak. I got a majority of women on my page.
Yeah.
If I post something right now and say post your legs on my page, niggas gonna jump on there and look at it and say something. But when it comes down to real life stuff, they not gonna pick up the phone. It's cool, but as long at the end of the day, as long as they listening and it penetrates they what they thinking, that's all I give a damn about. I have always been a dude that sort of went a different direction than what the rest of the world was going.
Different direction.
So I'm not scared to be the only man online. Yeah.
Can I just put this out there, because I know they listening, even if they ain't talking. I know they listening. Let me tell you something. Just because you see us participating in one of Russia's challenges or whatever, don't jump in our inbox.
Yeah, don't do that.
Don't comment us wrong.
Don't do that.
Because I'm going to tell you, while I sat there on that grill for 3.5 hours in 90-degree heat, I cussed out 4 people. And you know what? They all saw my picture on your challenge. And I had to cuss them out.
Exactly what I just said.
Dang,
Exactly. And see,
listen,
brothers,
calm down. That's why y'all so unapproachable now. Why you gotta say it like that? Dang.
now I'm gonna keep it real.
He might have just been vibing with you.
No.
Calm down. What's going on?
No. I'm listen. Listen. I'm a male.
Well, you can jump in my inbox. It's okay. Jump in my inbox.
No,
It's all right.
time
We can conversate.
out. Listen. I'm about to co-sign it.
I'm not the friendly one.
No, listen.
I'm not the friendly one.
I'm
Listen.
just saying.
Hold on 1
I
second.
didn't used to be either, but you know what? In all seriousness, it ain't nothing but just they need to be built up. That's it. We not helping them understand who they are.
Okay.
That's it. They so used to us beating them down and stomping on them that they don't even know what it is to be truly loved by a black woman. Like, it's okay. You can get in my inbox. It's all right.
Hold on. Let me jump in here. Let me jump in here. Hold on, ladies. Hold on 1 second. 1 second, ladies. Let me say something. Let me say something to you. Let me say something to you. And over time, because I have networked and done stuff a long time on as far as like networking online. And one thing that drives me crazy is when I just say hello to a woman or I'm trying to network one of the shows, and their response to me is like, I'm so glad you didn't send a dick pic. Fellas.
Yes.
I was just gonna say, you can get in my inbox, but don't send a dick pic.
Hold on, but that's what this is what. Hold on, ladies. Hold on.
A dick pic. Like, how you doing? What? That's how you present yourself with your dick?
Hold on 1 second,
Yes,
ladies.
that's how they say hi.
Hold on 1 second, ladies.
He started and somewhere along the way there'll be a dick pic.
Ladies, hold on 1 second. Let me hold on, ladies.
Two of them today said hello.
Let them finish saying what he was gonna say. What he gonna say?
Let me get out to my fellas.
Go ahead.
I want to say this to my fellas. I want to say this to my fellas.
Go ahead.
I understand trying to get your Mac on. I understand trying to meet a lady. I understand even trying to fuck. I'm gonna break it down in real commonality, okay? But there is a much better way to present yourself as, first of all, a man. Fuck trying to get the pussy. There's a difference in trying to get yourself to be recognized as a man. You feel what I'm saying? And move throughout life in that manner. And then to come across as a fucking creep. You feel what I'm saying? Like sending your dick pic.
Yes.
Like, think about it. If that's and I'm gonna keep it real. Ladies, I'm gonna keep it funky with you. Don't inbox me with no shit. Like, if I talk to you and we talking, I'm gonna keep it 100. You can send me something freaky. I'm gonna keep it 100. But if I ain't never had a conversation with you, and I ain't asked about what you do in life and where you work and shit that I'm thinking about beyond your pussy, and the first thing I see is you sending me something freaky, I'm gonna be like, fuck you. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm gonna tell you something that has fucked me up with dealing with women. I have met women, and because I'm just being real with them and coming at them like a man, the way I consider a man is supposed to come at a woman, like, yo, I'm trying to holler at you, because they so used to the foolishness, they don't know how to deal when a nigga is just coming on some real shit. And they'll play off a nigga that is really coming like, yo, what's up? What you mean, what's up? What's up? I'm trying to figure out what's up with you. I ain't trying to play no games, and I ain't trying to dick, I want the pussy. Yeah, I'm going to keep it 100. Ain't no nigga trying to holler at you that don't want your pussy. I'm going to say that shit. Point blank.
Right.
Ain't no nigga trying to holler at you that don't want your pussy. But if the nigga's first conversation is, hey, here go my dick, and ain't even said his name or nothing, just sent you a picture of his dick, man, let me tell you something. You ain't responded properly because this nigga is still sending dick pics. I'm promising you that. And if I'm willing to bet you, if women started to respond to niggas completely differently, niggas would not be doing the shit that we doing. Because I hate to say this, ladies. Ladies, I understand a lot of y'all is getting into the lifestyle and all kind of other shit, but the way y'all portraying y'allself online is nothing more than a whore. And I can't look at you no more than a whore. Like, if I go to a page and the first thing I see is a picture of you or a video of you and you half naked and you fucking or whatever and you have, just doing whatever and you're talking crazy on your page, you're already letting me know where you at.
Right.
So don't be surprised when I come to you with
as goddesses, then we not doing that.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Don't be surprised.
Respect ourselves.
Yeah, don't be surprised when that nigga show up at your
goddesses we are. We not doing that.
And see, this was crazy.
And know you can be sexy without being trashy. You can be sexy without being trashy.
And this is, hey, check this out, ladies. Check this out, ladies. Do you want to know why a nigga show up to your crib, ain't talked about going out doing shit, and he'll show up with some drinks, some weed, and he ready to fuck? Because guess what? He done ran into like 4 or 5 other ladies where he done popped up at their crib with a little something to drink. Because guess what? He initially started off with like, what I'm going to do? Once he recognized that all I got to do is just bring some good weed, bring something to drink, have a little conversation, and I'm fucking.
Mm-hmm.
How many, man, ladies, I understand, and I love pussy. I love it. 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 Vitamin D, it fills my body. You feel what I'm saying? I eat it and all kind of shit. I'm going to tell you, I'm going to keep it 100 with you. But I'm not so engulfed with your pussy that I'm going to fuck around and lose who I am for your pussy. And fellas, y'all got to quit losing yourself just to get some pussy. Listen, women outnumber us on a scale of real shit. Like if you think about the numbers, women outnumber us 5-1, and then you got the faggots that's out there, and then you got the women that's gay. So guess what? The odds are still good for us, bro. I told my son, the very first thing I told my son about a relationship, I said, son, because I recognized that he was feeling some way about some girl, and he's so young that I'm like, nigga, you don't even understand what it's about. But what I told him was, I said, man, it's going to take wait at least to 5 women tell you no in a row before you feel some type of way. And after I told him and broke down the numbers to him, I ain't heard my son one time come to me talking about nothing. If anything, I be going on his page and he, I'm serious. He got women rubbing his head, and I just be like, this nigga here. But you know what I'm saying? But if I would have allowed him to, but you feel what I'm saying? But if I would have allowed him to think so low of himself about a situation that did not even matter already, I'm only setting him up for when he gets older to fuck with somebody and have a fucked up relationship, and then everything be fucked up. Come on, somebody else talk to me. I felt that in my spirit. I'm about to have a drink, and I'm about to light something up. Yes, yes, let the Lord say hallelujah.
Listen, my oldest son is 27. Yeah, somewhere in there. And he's a beautiful child, beautiful. I mean, he looks like, what's that child's name? Bow Wow. So, like, they could be body doubles. I mean, he's a beautiful child, but he's a very, very sensitive soul. But he used to just be, oh, she don't like me, and he's just crying and falling all over himself. And, I let his daddy talk to him and this and that and the other, and he's still crying and falling all over himself. And I pulled him to the side one day, and I was just like, okay, his daddy is the best friend that we switched up, and then we got this kid over here. Yes, that's the same one. That's his daddy. So I went and I told him, and I had to pull him to the side, and I had a conversation with him. I'm like, bruh, I love you to death. First of all, women, we like a man who's in touch with himself, but, I'm going to need you to grow a spine and let your neck run just a little bit. But at the same time, I'm going to need you to understand something. And I spoke to him as a goddess. And I told him from a goddess's perspective. And he was just like, I don't think any woman, any female, anybody has ever said anything like that to me. And it gave him a renewed confidence. It gave him a different swag. But most importantly, it caused him to approach women from a different standard. It caused him to look at women from a different standard, from his mother to his bonus mama, which is me, to his sisters. So it caused him to look at, treat us, and speak to us.
Yes.
In a different manner. And he was like, I don't think anybody has ever said any of that stuff to me that you said to me. And I'm just like, but you know what? I'm that one. I say, and I told all the kids, there's 5 of them that, claim me, call me mom. There are 5 of them. And I speak to each of them very real, very confidently, and from the perspective of a goddess. The youngest boy, I'm going to go and get my hands on him in a couple months here. Well, in a couple weeks, I'm about to go down there to North Carolina. I'm about to put my hands on him real lovingly, and I'm about to be like, come here, let me holler at you for a minute. But once I got a hold to that oldest one, and I talked to him, and like I said, I spoke to him as a goddess. I spoke to him as I know that I am, I spoke to him as I know that I should be. I spoke to him as I know he should treat a woman.
Come on.
Period. I don't care what she looks like. I spoke to him as he should treat and talk to a woman, and it changed his whole perspective.
You know,
it changed his whole way of moving.
Yes.
You know what I'm thinking about? Like,
Yes.
And what I'm thinking about at this time is, ladies, if you don't get anything that I'm saying to you personally tonight, I want you to put this into your little thinking block and run it around in your head. If you approach men with a little bit more thought process than emotion, stuff will be a lot more easier for us to comprehend, and we'll get along a lot better. Because even in the conversation of what you just said, the second you sat down and rationalized with him, he understood.
Yep.
Think about, I'm going to give you a prime example. And I've been in this situation. How many times have you gotten into an argument with somebody and you just sitting there chilling? Like I said, like a man could be sitting there watching TV, you know, watching a game or something, and you come in and you really got something on your mind. You really want to talk about something, but you sort of easing all around the fucking shit. You know, you asking him how his day was. No, you got a question about, I left something in the bedroom. That's what you really want to talk about. You know, you want to talk about something completely different,
right,
but you want to go all around the surface of what I'm talking about. And the man becomes irritated because he's looking at you because he knows that it's something, but you're not just telling him what the fuck it is. You could just say, yo, you left your shit in the back. Can you pick it up? And a man will be like, okay. and it'd be over with. With a woman, it's more of a, he left his stuff in there. Why he do that? And da-da-da-da-da. And I'm going to talk to him about it, but how am I going to talk to him? And da-da-da-da. No, just say it. And I mean that in any aspect of knowing a man. Just say it. Don't make us sit there and try to figure out what the fuck is going through your head. Because guess what? We too busy trying to figure out what the fuck is going on in ours. Because we are logically thinkers. But no, this is what I'm saying. We are thinkers. So we are just constantly like, okay, the solution to a problem. With a woman, it's more like, well, let's go through the process. What do I got to do? And you trying to figure out what you got to do to get to where you got to go.
First of all, hold on, time out.
Come on, talk to me.
We need to have another show
about problem with what you're saying, first of all.
Hold on, everybody get out the notepad.
Hold on.
I was feeling it too.
Come on.
I'm just trying to figure out. Why you making us into, well,
no.
All women are not super fucking emotional like that, first of all.
No, I'm not saying
Second
that.
Of all,
I'm not saying that.
I'm going to need you to know and understand and realize that you're fucking grown. I don't got to tell you to get your damn clothes about the middle of the damn floor.
No.
Just like you thinking about some shit, I'm thinking about why your clothes in the middle of the floor and I just clean this goddamn room up. So get your shit up.
Yeah,
Second of all,
but if that's your issue, listen what I'm saying though. Listen what I'm saying.
Breathe.
Listen what I'm saying though.
Meditate, go back
Listen
to
what I'm
sleep.
saying though. Hold on, time out. No, let her go.
I'm cool. I'm just saying.
No,
I'm
but
just
listen
saying,
listen what I'm saying. Listen what I'm saying.
Every female, just like I'm saying, for me for you to say that, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like you putting us all in one, you know what I'm saying, boat together.
I'm
all of us
speaking,
ain't cut like that.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
but the majority of women and men think differently. That we do. It's a common fact.
Well, I'm just saying that's the majority of the women that you know, because the majority of the women that I fucking know don't act like that, don't think like that, don't move like that, don't do nothing like that. So I don't know where y'all finding these grown ass women at. Y'all need to send their ass back to the factory though, because the women I know don't act like that. I don't know women that act like that.
See, listen.
I'm not finna sit in a room
I can
cry
appreciate
and talk about you leaving your shit in the middle of the floor and trying to figure out how to come at you about picking your shit up.
But
Pick
listen.
your shit up, or I'm gonna throw that shit at you while you watching TV or playing the game. I don't know what it is. We're not gonna do that. We're
Listen.
grown for that.
I respect. Listen.
We say here.
I
these are the rules for the house.
I respect that in you.
We're going to keep that up repetitively.
I'm just saying, at the end of the day, a man gonna do what he see you doing. If you see me cleaning up my house and everything is in order and under control, you not gonna leave your shit laying in the middle of the floor because you already know I don't move like that.
But no, listen what I'm saying.
If you are leaving your shit in the middle of the floor and I don't move like that, your ass gotta go.
Let me respond, because this is she talking to me. Let me respond. She talking to me. Hold on, let me get this out. Hold on, let me respond. Hold on, well, let me respond. She's talking to me. So I want to clarify something. That was just an example. You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying is men and women operate. No, I'm serious. It is an example. Oh, a lot of women will redirect what they want to say to a man, and a man is like, just say it to me. You feel what I'm saying? It could I use.
I get what you're saying, but once again, I'm gonna tell you that's who you dealing with. You gotta pick better people. What you dealing with, boo. But
it's not about who I'm dealing with. It's about
before you recognize who and what I am. I know who and what I am. So I'm not gonna walk around and be something that I'm not just because you're there. You feel what I'm saying? I'm gonna move how I would whether you there or not. So that means when you come in my house, there's nothing laying in the middle of the floor, and don't you dare come in here and leave nothing in the middle of the damn floor. That's not how we moving. That's not how I'm moving. That's not how we moving. If we moving together, it's a we. So we not moving like that. That's right. Yeah, no, we're not doing that.
I understand that. And
that's going to be
I understand that,
in the beginning of what's going on.
I understand that, but
so I know if you leave your shit in the middle of the floor, it's something going on with you.
No,
baby, what's going on? Because your stuff in the middle of the floor, and we don't do that.
No, listen what I'm saying to you. I think you. Hold on, I think that you.
Conversation. What's wrong with you?
Wait a minute, baby girl. I think that you jumping so much into the aspect of leaving something on the floor. I'm not. That was just an example, baby. Please.
No, I'm just saying that was your example.
But hold on,
I'm saying whatever it is. It can be anything. You don't got to be necessarily something on the floor. The thing of it is I'm not scared to approach you and ask you a question or to have a conversation with you about whatever's going on in my mind, because as a grown woman and as a person who knows who they are, like, I don't have to be scared to have a conversation with you.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a specific question. Every woman thinks like you?
No, every woman don't think like me. Just like every man don't think like you.
And that's what I'm saying, though. You taking it from a that's not what you do. And I'm not talking to you because you don't operate like that. You feel what I'm saying? I'm talking to the
but
woman.
I'm saying it's more of us that don't operate like that than it is.
Well,
y'all just don't know that.
That could be up for debate.
Because y'all always end up with the skunks in the club or at the barbecue or at the store instead of waiting for your queen, just like I'm supposed to wait for my king.
That's up for debate. That's up for debate. Because listen, you can meet somebody. Wait a minute. You can meet somebody and really think that you met somebody that's good for you and find out that they're a skank and find out they fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Like that has nothing to do with...
Okay, but tell me this. Let me answer that.
Hold on, hold on, baby. If we're going to talk, let's talk. Let's not cut each other off. Let me get my point out, then I'm going to let you go, okay? So at the end of the day, it does not reflect on you. I understand that. Listen to me. I understand that does not reflect on you. But there are many of women that it does reflect on. And it reflects on how men deal with it. Trust me. If more women were taking the role of what you are saying, a lot of niggas would not be getting away with the shit that they're getting away with. Like, I'm just keeping it real with you.
And you know what else, Russ? Yeah, go ahead, sorry.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I understand your aspect. I understand that you're not talking about you 100%. But I'm talking about the ones that it does matter to, that this does fall into their category. How do they get up out of that situation? You feel what I'm saying? Like, we look at things differently when we're not faced with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you got $1 million and I'm sitting there trying to figure out how I'm gonna pay my rent, my situation and how I view it is different than how you look at your situation. You feel what I'm saying? So the woman that I'm referring to is a completely different woman than you are. You feel what I'm saying? So this is not a personal attack against you. But I am referring to the women that this does apply to. Because we cannot have this conversation and say that women like this do not exist. Go ahead.
Are you done? I can talk now?
Yeah, I said go ahead.
What is this? No, I'm just saying. Like, I get it. I wasn't personally taking it like you were saying me. But what I'm saying is I know more women that move how I move opposed to the women that you're talking about.
Okay.
So I can't really not saying that I can't speak for them or I can't, come from where they're coming from. But all I'm saying is it's more of us than it is of them. I don't know where y'all be finding them at, men in general, not you. I'm just saying in general. I hear all these terrible stories about these women that don't do nothing but nag, that don't clean up, that don't cook, that don't take care of their kids,
They all
that don't take care of their men, that ain't fucking, that ain't sucking dick, that ain't doing. Where y'all finding these? Where y'all finding them at?
Put them back.
Because I don't know none of them. I really, really don't know none of them. So I'm just trying to figure out. Like, I don't know nobody fucking for $40. I don't know nobody fucking for a blunt and some Hennessy. I don't know nobody doing none of that. I don't know nobody doing none of that. So I can't comprehend none of that, none of what you say, because I don't know women that act like that.
I'm telling you, baby.
I don't know women that sit around and beat around the bush about anything. Like, for why? For what? Like, we're grown. I mean, most of us are like, for what? I don't know.
Listen, we talked about this on
in there, there's like a transition. Okay.
What you say?
Not that in there's a transition, because the women that you're speaking on, Russ, that is the before. You know what I mean? That's before the transition. Like, what you all are hearing right now from these two goddesses is what you can evolve into. That's a transition. See, when you think and operate in a certain way, it attracts these certain things to you. But when you start to rediscover who you are, then you start to talk and act and move differently. Therefore, you won't have to deal with these things, because those things are not an issue, because you don't vibrate on that level anymore.
Okay, let me pose this question to you.
It's about growth.
Let me pose this question to the both of you.
Mm-hmm.
And whoever wants to come first, y'all answer this question. For the people, we understand that there are people like this, right? Do we all agree on that? We do understand that there are people like this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What would be your advice to a person that has that type of thinking and that type of a mentality?
I like
to change their mentality
and get to know who they are, what they want, what they need, what their goals are, what their dreams are. Like, they just need to get to know themselves. It ain't nothing that nobody can do for them. They got to do it for themselves. That's it.
So
I would like to show them. Yeah, I would like to show them by a real life example, by using their own logic, their own methodologies, and everything else that is in their operating system, known as your DNA and their thought process. I like to use their own examples to show them how it's working for them. So a lot of people like to hold on to things that are no longer working, but they're holding on for dear life. But when acquired anew, it can't work like that.
Yeah.
So sometimes you got to show them. I like to show them better than I tell them. I will show them through their own damn example and have them answer their own damn questions by looking at their damn self. Sometimes you got to show people. They don't have the strength yet within themselves to look at themselves. They don't want to go to that dark place. They don't want to align themselves with the dark and the light, not knowing that it's part of manifestation. Not knowing that the dark is actually the female aspect, the moon. And the light is the sun, Ra. The sun is the father, the moon is the mother, and together we have three called the Holy Trinity, manifestation. Our whole body is a manifestation. We are known as the fifth element, the etheric realm. So what I would do is take them into their own realm and show them what their thought process is and ask them again, how's that working for you? Because sometimes people they like to talk and say, okay, and they hear the words, but it's not computing until they see an example. And the best example is your own damn example. You got to walk it like you talk it. And sometimes they need to walk through their own method and see how it's working. And then something clicks. Well, damn, I've been doing this all the time. That's the reason why. Yeah, because you got to look at it, baby. Beloved. Look at it. So I was showing.
I got a question for everybody online, and we about to get ready to wrap up the show.
Hey, Russ.
Yeah.
Mr. Rush.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have a gentleman actually in my inbox.
Okay.
and he's just not in a position where he can call in at the moment.
Okay.
And he was listening. He was just like, "Ooh, spicy," and I was like, "Yeah." And he was just like, and so I was like, 3 major issues that we accept or think that allow us to be in situations that are not good for us in a relationship. Now, I'm going to say this is coming from a man's perspective, so I would like your input on that.
Okay.
Curiosity, which I thought was very interesting.
What was the question? Ask the question one more time.
Lack of confidence.
Ask the question one more time. Ask the question one more time so everybody can hear it.
What are the 3 major issues, or what would you say are the 3 major issues that we think, to allow us to be in relationships that are not good for us?
Okay.
So he came with 2, which are curiosity, which is 1, and second one's lack of confidence, and I'm waiting on the 3rd.
I agree with the first 2
And
already.
so what are yours? You agree with which one?
I agree with the first 2 already because with men, I'm going to tell you, and I'm speaking from a male perspective, so ladies, don't get upset with me when I say this. A lot of what we do is out of curiosity. We are, it's like the old hunter and prey type thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's literally like that's how men look at women until something else triggers in us. You know what I'm saying? We look and be like, oh, yeah. Like, I heard this a long time ago. Men and women know within the first 5 seconds whether they will fuck somebody or not. So men automatically go into that shit with the curiosity of what this could be. You feel what I'm saying? Automatically. Well, a woman may not engage in that thought process off bat. It might, not saying that she
we thinking the same thing too.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You feel what I'm saying?
Wait till I hit you with the 3rd one. Wait till I hit you with the 3rd one, Rush.
Yeah, and this is why
Wait
I always.
till I hit you with the 3rd one, Rush.
Okay, what's the 3rd?
Codependency.
Ooh, I like him.
I think what. Oh, that's good. I think this. I think it falls. I think that's exactly correct, but I think it falls in 2 different lanes. Men, especially in our younger days, we have a major codependency on women. Whether it be living, we ain't figured out what the fuck we doing yet. We on the block still kicking it. We ain't got no job, but we got a woman that go to fuck to work. She got a crib. The shit is in place. We got a place to lay our head. Like, that's how we think. You know what I'm saying? Women, on the other hand, it's a little bit different. You feel what I'm saying? Like, what they gather on and what they get emotions off of is more than likely an after effect of what a motherfucker does. You know what I'm saying? Now, it could be a plethora of things. It could be I took you to a nice movie. It could be I took you to a place that you've never been. It could be the fact that I fucked the shit out you like you have never been fucked before. And then shit is a little bit different. Men, we just operate different. But I agree with what he said.
Yeah, I like what he said.
Them was good answers. Those was good answers. Really good answers.
I like that a lot.
Yeah, I appreciate him for sending in that question though, or in his opinion, because more men, if y'all out there, hit it up. Like, it's real shit. Like, we gonna talk. Like, even today, like I want my sister to know, I'm not upset with her because we had a verbal exchange, because that's what this show is about. This show is about getting down to the nitty gritty about what the fuck does a woman think and what the fuck does a man think. What does a woman need and what does a man need? Because guess what? Some things that we need, they coexist, but other things are different. And we need to know that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, some things that a woman wants to do, a man don't want to do. Period. And some things a man want to do, a woman don't want to do. There's nothing wrong with that aspect of it. You know what I mean? Like, I can't stand to be around niggas that get mad because they woman don't want to do something. But I be like, yo, G, that ain't her.
Oh, yeah.
Like, real shit. Like, or a woman that get mad because, like, the man don't want to go somewhere. Guess what? That ain't him. It really ain't him.
Mm-hmm.
So you want him to go somewhere and sit somewhere for a couple hours and be uncomfortable just to make you happy? No, then now you digging into a whole selfish realm of yourself that doesn't make sense to a real relationship. You know, come on, talk to me. What y'all think about that?
Yeah, I don't agree with that wholeheartedly. Not wholeheartedly. I don't agree with that wholeheartedly. I mean, sometimes you have to be out of your comfort zone to even know what you like or what you enjoy. If you've never done it, how do you know you like it or not?
I agree.
Right. So sometimes we have to do things that we've never done. But I'm not gonna ask you to do it over and over and over and over again if I know that you didn't enjoy it the first time that we did it. Like, we don't got to do it 2 or 3 times. Just one time.
Right.
If you don't like it, or if I don't like it,
Right.
we don't got to do it no more. You know what I'm saying? But I'm saying you have to be able to just, experience things, especially with your partner. Like, y'all don't know what y'all like or what y'all don't like if y'all ain't never done it. And if you ain't willing to give it a chance to even try it, like, how do you have a hard no if you ain't never did it?
I agree, and I agree.
I'm not gonna ask you to go do something that you just telling me all out. Like, no, I don't want to do that. I did it before. I don't like it. I don't want to do it. Like, I'm not gonna pressure you or ask you to go.
I'm more or less talking about something.
But I mean, I think sometimes you have to do things that your mate want to do. You know what I'm saying? If you're in a relationship, it's about compromise.
No, I'm more or less talking about.
You might not like, for an example, you might not like fishing. Your man might be into that though. So sometimes you might have to go just sit your ass on the dock and have a beer or a glass of wine and, I don't know, act like you fishing. You don't necessarily got to catch nothing, but just be there. He just wants you to experience it sometimes. Like, and don't go and talk and throw shit in the water to scare the damn fish away. You don't got to do that either.
Listen.
Just enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? Like, enjoy it for a second and just, you know what I'm saying? Get out of your comfort zone.
I agree with that aspect. I agree with the aspect.
Simply being together.
I agree with the aspect of. I agree with that. Listen.
About curiosity in the list, he said about curiosity. That is lacking in some relationships. You gotta be curious. You gotta be like childlike, imagination.
Okay.
That keeps you active and evolving. You know what I mean?
We about to get into it. We about to get into it. I'm about to get into it. I'm about to ask y'all a question. Okay, check this out. Okay. Let's say you have a friend that your mate does not care for. He don't tell you that you can't. Whoa, listen. Whoa. Your mate ain't telling you not to.
Go ahead.
Your mate ain't telling you not to kick it with this person, but your mate don't fuck with this person, and they ain't really trying to be around this person. Now, is that person wrong at that point for not wanting to go fuck with them? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there are sometimes that you get into a relationship and motherfuckers got friends and they kick it really tight. You know what I'm saying? And you just don't like a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, do I go be around?
Mm-hmm. Hold on.
Do I go be around a motherfucker that I really don't care for?
I'm going to speak on that one.
Come on, talk to me.
Go ahead.
Speak on that one. And the reason I'm going to speak on that one is because I'm generally that motherfucker they don't like. But the reason they don't like me is because, one, I'm a very dominant female. That is two, going to tell you. Now, sure enough, 9 times out of 10, if I have an issue or if I see something, I'm going to address my friend. I'm going to address my sister. I'm going to address the goddess in the situation. I'm going to be like, baby, let me talk to you for a minute. Let me tell you what's going on. Let me tell you what I see, because I'm one of those real observant people. I'm going to sit back in the cut and I'm going to observe, and I'm going to tell you what it is I see.
Yes.
However, if you get froggy, if you lose your mind for just a moment, and if you decide you're going to act an ass, I'm also that friend that's going to stand there, that's going to stand toe-to-toe with you. My best friend, love her to death, been my best friend since we were 6 years old. She was in a relationship with a man who's 6'7". I am 5'4". He decided one day he was going to get real froggy, and he stood up and he decided he was going to yell and cuss and scream at her and I stood toe to toe with him. It was toe to toe. It wasn't eye to eye, obviously, but it was toe to toe. And I let him know. I was just like, that ain't what's going to go down.
But you know what? I feel like I feel like hold on. I feel like that still didn't answer my question.
Are not the man that she needs to.
Wait a minute, bro. I feel like that. I feel like you're going another route. I feel like you're taking this another route. I'm just asking a question, like if
right. I was gonna say, for me, that don't. Like, it's cool. I'm okay with the fact that you don't like my friend, and I'm okay with the fact that my friend don't like you, because everybody's just fucking not meant to like each other. It's okay. Sure. That just means I can't have y'all. You know, we can't party together. We can't kick it together. We can't do none of that because y'all don't fucking like each other. It's okay. I don't really got a problem with it. I'm not gonna make you go kick it somewhere with some people that you don't fucking like for whatever reason it is that you don't like them. You know what I'm saying? Like, it don't have to be a reason that I agree with.
And that's
it don't have to be a reason, like, I'm not one of those people that's just going to be like, well, this is my friend, damn it. You got to like her.
And that's more of a situation. And that's more of the situation.
Saying, like, it's not that serious to me. We don't have to be like the goddamn, like, yeah, this ain't Bernie. We don't got to do that whole hands and shit and sing in a circle and dance. We don't got to do that. We don't got to do that. We don't got to do that.
You know what? And the other thing is, like, here's the flip side, because what if your friend or your mate is being disrespectful? That's when you got to do further introspection and figure out who needs to stay, or if they can't come to a compromise in an adult manner.
Hold on, I don't want to add no sauce onto this. Hold on. So
I'm not gonna have someone around that's gonna be disrespecting someone that I love, and I know.
I just know I want to deal with this just at the very lowest form. Ain't nobody done nothing to nobody. Ain't nobody been like so.
Right, I'm like, no, this is serious.
Hold on 1 second. Hold on. Let me make myself clear.
It covers everything.
Hold on, let me make myself clear. Let me make myself clear. So let's just say it's a situation. I meet, we meet each other's friends. We don't get along. Like, I just don't. They just not my cup of tea. I don't choose to be around them.
Right.
Whoa. It could be something like they just
not vibing.
No, yeah, it could be something like they just loud and shit, and they just talk crazy, and you might be cool with them as your friend. But for me, it'd be like, yo, that shit get on my nerves. Like, I don't want to hear that shit. You know what I'm saying? They always talking a particular type of way, or they always want to turn up, or they always want to do something crazy. That's not where I'm at in my life. So that's what I'm talking about. I don't want to get this into like he hitting me or she fighting me. I just want to get that. I just want to get to the basic of, yo, we have three people involved. And one person is like, yo, I just ain't really rocking with that person. So this is the particular reason I choose not to go out. Is that person wrong for that aspect? That's what the question is. So let's stick it right there.
No, you're not wrong. No, you're not wrong for that. You're not wrong for that at all. As an adult, like, I have to respect your decision to not want to be involved with my friend that's just off the chain sometimes. Like, it's okay. I know she off the chain. She my friend. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, as the mutual person in this situation, you know what I'm saying? Like, I have to just talk to my mate and talk to my friend, like, listen, y'all just probably not going to ever be cool like that. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no disrespecting him. Ain't no disrespecting her. We can all move around and be respectful and just, y'all be cordial, speak to each other when y'all see each other when we together. If y'all, you know what I'm saying? Like, it don't have to be all of that. It don't got to be. We too damn grown for that.
You're right. You just got to be the quarterback in a situation. That's it.
True, and that doesn't necessarily just apply to romantic relationships, because we have run across that. We have run across that in our personal relationships and in our personal dealings. So it doesn't necessarily just even necessarily have to be Eros relationships.
Yeah, everybody's just not meant to be friends. So you know what I'm saying? It's cool, and even you as a mutual person, like there's just some things about other people that you're just gonna have to understand. Just because you mesh with a person, don't mean your mate gonna mesh with everybody in your life. You know what I'm saying? Like, as long as it's not my immediate family that you beefing with, all the rest of that shit can be worked out.
Okay, you made me. Like, you brought another question.
You and my friend don't have to be in close quarters with each other to where it's a big deal. And if it is a big deal and it is a problem and it keeps coming up, then we're gonna have a conversation about it. If I feel like, you know what I'm saying, my man is out of order, we'll have a conversation. If I feel like my friend is out of order, we'll have a conversation. But it don't got to be all of that. I don't feel like it got to be all of that.
Okay, let's get deeper than that. What if
I don't want to be your girlfriend or your friend? Y'all too much.
Right. Your own relationship.
Okay, let's get a little deeper.
So
Let's
there
say
isn't one easy fix is that, because it's not one easy fix for all. So you guys determine what works for y'all.
there you go.
And rock
You
out
said
that
what?
way.
But you have
You
to
just have to
determine what works for
determine
you.
what is right for you. So this is not like one solution fits all. This is like a multitude
definitely not.
of different versions in order to fix the problem or the initial problem or the problem that could be rising. That's it. Like, you just got to find a solution, be mature. You got to be the quarterback. You know, if you bring in 2 or more people together that have never been in the same room and you're working with different personalities, then you have to do that ascension inside yourself. You know who's going to get along with who.
Fuck with you,
Ooh.
but your family,
I've
I
been
think
there,
your family is a tad bit disrespectful. And in order for me not to go the fuck off the way I would if I wasn't fucking with you because I got some type of feeling for you, I think it's best for me to back the fuck up. Now, I've been in that situation, and the woman that I was with was like, well, why won't you be around my family, and would bring them around me, or, you know, like unknowingly just pop up and shit, and I'd be like, yo, you know I don't fuck with them.
Don't do that.
You know I don't fuck with them.
Don't
Why
do
you
that.
why you keep
That's a
trying to make
recipe
me
for
fuck with
disaster.
somebody? Like, and then, like, you know, I'll give a prime example. One day, we had a conversation, and they brought their mama into the conversation, and I'm looking at their ass like,
Oh no.
I'm listening to the mama talk, and the mama said something, and she said something that was a little disrespectful. So I'm sitting there like, and I look at her, I said, man, you better grab this phone before I tell your mama what the fuck is on my mind, because she done said something disrespectful to me. I said, like, on some real shit.
Oh.
I said, in real life, if a nigga would have just said what they just said to me in any aspect of the world, I'd be at their ass. I said, but you need to deal with that. So they kept trying to get me to be cool with this person, and this person kept doing extra little shit. So it's like, how do you expect somebody to even get cool with your family when your family is tripping? Answer that. What's love got to do with it?
Oh, shit.
Who want to take
Listen.
that first?
Listen.
If you butt heads with my mama, okay, I'm probably I'm just gonna keep y'all apart because you know that's she's real interesting sometimes. However, she's very rarely been wrong. Very, very, very rarely been wrong. If you button heads with my child, well, you just need to go on back your way. If you button heads with my daddy, my parents are the Huxtables. Like, just like everybody was looking at Mr. Huxtable, and then Mrs. Huxtable was the one that was freight trained in from the side. That's my parents.
Mm-hmm.
So if you and my mama, y'all don't jail, I'm gonna listen to what she has to say. But you know, I'm most likely gonna keep y'all apart. If you don't jail with my daddy, there's something wrong, and I'm gonna need you to keep on moving. Just like if you don't jail with my child, it's something my child has seen, it's something that my child has felt. Because my child, she's real easygoing. She's very opinionated, but she's real easygoing. But she's also damn near grown at this point. So if you don't jail with my daddy or with my child, yeah, that ain't gonna fly. That ain't gonna fly.
Okay,
It's
what?
just not.
So, but you cool with a person not rocking with somebody if they being disrespectful to that person, to your mate?
Now, see, that's what I'm saying. If y'all not gelling, because my thing is, my father is never going to be disrespectful. My father is going to be real respectful in what he says to you. But if my father doesn't like you, that means he has seen something, or he's already pulled your file, and he's already been like, you know, this person is bad business.
Right.
My father is former government intelligence. So, you know, he's already pulled your file. He said, you know, this is bad business. You don't need to do this. If my child does not get along with you, my child, who is now damn near grown, so things are a little bit different. But as she was coming up, my thing was, if you and my child cannot jail, then apparently my child senses something in you, because she's not one of those people to just look at you and be like, I don't like you. It's one of those, she has picked up something and she has decided, yeah, no, this is not, either she doesn't like your energy, because she's one of those people who's very energy receptive. So she doesn't like your energy, which means, any number of things, or, it's just not going to fly, because my child always comes first. She, up until now, because like I said, now she's grown. So before now, my child has been on my priority. So if it don't work with my child, then it just doesn't work. Now, my mother is very opinionated. I love my mother to absolute death, but my mama's crazy as a Bessie bug. So if my mama don't like you, I'm going to hear what she has to say, but I'm also probably just going to keep y'all apart.
Don't judge her, because I feel like you're judging her right now. I feel like you're really judging her right now. And I feel like I should speak up for her, because she's not here to speak up for herself right now.
Yes,
I feel like I should speak up for her, because she ain't here to talk for herself. Nah, stop talking about her like that.
Listen, my mama's really quiet.
I'm just saying, don't be talking about mama like that, man. Now, I'm gonna say I got a different perspective for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, my family's a little different. We're a little special, and everybody that come around don't do that. Don't do that.
I know your family is very different.
Don't do that. Like, we super different. Like, we something kind of special. So, we really don't get into that. You know what I'm saying? As long as you're not physically or mentally abusing me, you know what I'm saying? Like, my people pretty much cool. They don't gotta like you. You know what I'm saying? Because, like I said, everybody ain't for everybody to like. So, As long as you're not doing anything to me, you know what I'm saying, where you're hurting me or you're mistreating me, like, my people cool. They the coolest people you're gonna ever meet. Like, me and my brother actually had a situation where my baby daddy and his baby mama ended up hooking up and being together.
Oh. Yo, whoa, yo, who?
Like,
interesting.
Huh?
Yo, who? What happened?
You said what now?
What happened?
My baby daddy, my daughter's dad, and my brother's baby mom ended up hooking up and being together, like in a relationship, living together, the whole nine.
Oh, shit.
So, we would have family functions, and the family would be there. They're a part of the family, so they would be there, but they would be together. So new people that's coming in that don't really understand what's going on is like, what the fuck do y'all got going on up in here? Like, your baby daddy over there with his baby mama and everybody cool, laughing and shit, drinking, smoking joints and shit, like everything cool, and it is cool. I don't want him. He don't want her. We cool with them being together. Like, we really fucking don't care. We not stressed about it. We not bothered about it. None of that. Like, it's okay. So, we really don't, I don't really care. Like, you don't got to get along with my people. My people don't got to get along with you. As long as we keep it respectful, we good.
I agree with that.
My daddy is the type of person, he's not going to pretend like he like you if he don't. You know what I'm saying? So I know to keep you the fuck away from him. That's just it. That's all. Like, if he in his mind some way then figured out that you're not what he wants from me, he respects my opinion enough to say, okay, I don't fuck with that nigga, but just keep him away from me. You feel what I'm saying? Like, as long as you happy, do your things, but keep him away from me. You feel what I'm saying? My brothers are the same way. So it's just like, my brother, baby mama, they ain't been together in 21 years. That's still my sister, though. I rock with her. Can't nobody tell me that I don't. Like, you can't tell me that's not my sister. I don't give a fuck who you is. You could be her mama. You can't tell me that that's not my sister. She been my sister my nephew's whole life. My nephew 22. You know what I'm saying? My brother's new girlfriend coming to the picture like, well, why she here? What the fuck do you mean? Why she here? She here because she a part of this family. Right. So everybody don't understand that about my family. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, y'all got exes and baby mamas and baby daddies up in here. Like, this is some crazy shit. No, it's only crazy to you because you don't know how to function in it. Yeah. It's cool with us because we really fucking don't care. I really don't fucking care what my baby daddy do. He really don't care what his baby mama do. Why should we be stressed and bothered by it that they fucking around with each other? That's good. That means he ain't fucking with me and she ain't fucking with him. We happy.
Absolutely. Yeah. Right.
I mean, it all just depends on your circle and how y'all, you know what I'm saying, how y'all do whatever y'all do.
That's just like
But,
we,
you know.
this past summer, I went to my daughter's father's house. He is newly married. Myself and the first wife was there. We were there with all of our kids, and we are in their new house, you know, with the new wife. And some of his friends walked in, and, yeah, they had a whole lot to say about all of us sitting there together. But at the same time, it was just like, he was just like, you know what? Ain't nobody fighting. As long as they cool with her, as far as talking about, you know, the mother of his children, he was like, as long as they cool with her and, you know, ain't no drama, then, you know, it's all family. And that's exactly how we operate. Now, there is one baby mama who is not included in the whole family unit, but, you know, the rest of us, I mean, we all cool.
You always got one. It's still you always got one. But I'm
It's
just
always
saying,
one.
my daughter has some of the fucking best stepmamas in the world. Do you hear me?
Okay.
The best stepmamas. I would let her leave with them before I would the daddy some damn times. Like, well, I'm not stressed about none of that. What? My daughter got stepmamas that get the award, girl. I'm talking about they get presents from me on Mother's Day. Bitch, what? Girl, yes, you deserve this. Come on. Like, what are you talking? I'm taking you to breakfast for Mother's Day. Yes, our baby is doing excellent. She is the bomb out here. Yes, we celebrate her together because you helped raise her. Like, why would I not want to give you what you earned? You earned that.
Absolutely.
I'm not tripping or mad about that because sometimes in life you can't get what you need from the people that you birth to. Sometimes you need somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Like, and as long as she got somebody that can be there for her, even when I'm not, I'm good with that. With everything in me, I'm good with that. Ain't no reason to be out here doing all that for what? We can all get along, raise our kids, give them everything that they need, and keep it moving. I don't got to be mad because you got another woman. I don't care.
Not at all. And that's what I was saying. Like, the
I don't care. You don't got to do that.
No, the first wife and I that's one of my best friends on the face of this planet. And we raised five kids. We raised these 5 kids together.
Immature ass people that don't got nothing else better to do with their life. For real. Them crazy baby mamas, baby daddies that still want to be screwing and messing around with the baby mama and the baby daddy. You really ain't know your feelings for that person. That's why you causing all them damn problems and being mad and being bitter and acting the way that you act and keeping the damn baby away. That's why you ain't taking care of the baby. Don't nobody got time for that. We got too much other shit going on around us. People was dying from coughing. What the hell are y'all talking about?
Right.
No.
Right.
It's all about perspective. When you get your life in order, you see shit differently. You look at things differently. Like that same situation that somebody else gonna look at and see total devastation, somebody else gonna look at it and be like, it's not that serious. Like, you looking at it the wrong way. This is a changing moment in your life. Instead of you thinking that it's the end of the world, it can just mean that it's time for you to rebuild and do something else. It ain't, you know what I'm saying? So once you change the way you think, you change the way you live.
That's good. That's good. That's good.
Absolutely.
So,
my mom was real, you know, she was the mom. My dad had 19 kids, you know what I'm saying? And my mom was not, she had other brothers and sisters. She was the only kid my grandma had. My grandfather had a whole bunch of kids. So my mom was always like, you know, y'all got to know each other. Y'all got to be around each other. So my mom's house was central for my dad's kids. You know what I'm saying? So we didn't have a normal childhood. You know what I'm saying? Like, we had birthday parties, 19 goddamn kids with 10 baby mamas. That's a lot of functioning going on. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, we didn't have the normal, you know what I'm saying? Like, we didn't see the fighting and the cursing and the breaking shit and the, you know what I'm saying? Like, my mom didn't do all of that. She didn't really care about all that. She knew she wanted 3 kids by the same man, regardless of what the hell he had going on. Her way of thinking, it was in the 70s. I really don't know, but it worked for her. You know what I'm saying? She did what she wanted. She had her 3 kids, but she wanted us to know who our brothers and sisters were. She wanted us to have that connection with them because she never had it. So in turn, you know, we just had strange situations and strange shit going on around us that was normal to us, but everybody else was just like, y'all got some crazy shit going on. Yeah. Right, like, I'm talking about, like, crazy, like, so it was just like, yeah, I never seen none of that. Then I was the only girl until I was, like, 14 years old. So I was around boys my whole life. I got to see shit and be a part of shit that I never should have fucking seen. I'm talking about I should have never been admitted into the back room. That room was not for me. So in turn, I have a different mindset because I seen my daddy and my brothers and my uncles and, everybody move around when I should have been playing with fucking Barbie dolls. I wasn't doing that because I was watching them. So that in turn made me into something else too. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know stuff. I got the secret code to the back room and everything. I should not have none of that stuff. I shouldn't have none of it.
You're right.
I shouldn't have none of it at all. So that that makes you think differently too.
Yeah.
I don't
One
look
of
at
the people
stuff
on our
like,
Go ahead.
I'm just saying, I don't look at situations like a normal person would. Like, I'm not super emotional. Because I wasn't around all that. I wasn't allowed to cry and do all that shit. Like, I had to get up and move with the boys. Like, oh, you fell? Oh, you okay? Get up.
Yeah, shake it out.
Keep going. You know what I'm saying? So in turn, I'm not a super emotional. Right, I was in the backyard with boxing gloves on, boxing with them in my underwear. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't get to do girl stuff, so I don't move like that. So even before I became a spiritual person, I still wasn't a dummy. It was just like, and I know a lot of that was because of my dad and my brothers. I didn't go through the stuff that my friends went through. And at that particular time, I thought it sucked that I wasn't like other girls. You know what I'm saying? Like, all I wanted to do was be like the rest of the girls. That's all I wanted to do. Now, you know what I'm saying, as I got older and I seen that I wasn't going through the shit that they was going through, I appreciated it a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? Because I got game that they didn't get. I had the inside track on some shit that they didn't know about. So I looked at it a little bit differently when I got older. Like, okay, you know what I'm saying? And in turn, I didn't go through a lot of shit that they went through. Like, I ain't never broke a car window, busted a tire, put sugar in a gas tank. I ain't never did none of that shit. I'm not tearing your car up. I might need a ride later when I see you or something. I don't know what's going to be going on.
True.
So
okay, the only time I did that was when I was pregnant. I ain't gonna lie. Okay, so one of the people on our thread said, leave the family out of your relationship. You may forgive your mate, but your family will never forget or forgive.
Facts.
Definitely. Don't tell them shit. Unless you want them to not forget it. Because they not going to forget it at all.
Facts.
Never.
And then this the crazy shit.
They still gonna be talking about when that nigga put you out the car on the street.
But see,
10 years ago, and it's y'all finna get married and everything. They still thinking about that.
This is the crazy part. Yeah. What if you tell your family something that you are actually wrong about? You know what I'm saying? Because like, that old saying is three sides to the truth. It's your side, they side, and the actual truth. And I know a lot of people, a lot of women, from time to time, have a strong, or men too, have a tendency to give their side of the story. You know what I'm saying? And when you talking to your family, you shouldn't do that because you're giving your side of the story. And if you actually, if you have a conversation with that other person, and then you really sit back and listen to what that other person's saying, you might have a difference of opinion, because you actually looking at it from a different view. But if you start spewing shit out to your family and other people about your mate is going to initially reject being around them. Why would I want to be around motherfuckers that you sit around talking shit about me about, and they don't even know what the fuck it is? Yeah. And if they say something to me, because you can't deal with a nigga like me, because if you say something to me that's out of pocket, I'm going to say something back. So now you're dealing with a whole nother situation.
My family that I go to, the only two that I really go to about stuff that is going on in my relationship, one is on the phone and it's popping off. The other is on the thread and it's popping off. But I
used to be like that. I ain't like that no more. I ain't like that no more.
Those are the only two that I really go to because these are the two these are my two sisters that will say to me, you fell. You shouldn't have done that. Or you maybe want to look at it from this perspective. Because I was about to run off and get married and run off to another state across the country. And this one over here on the phone was just like,
I don't know how I feel about that one.
What are you
Yeah,
thinking?
but it wasn't. You know what I'm saying? But like, I didn't treat him like that though. You know what I'm saying? Like that was something that was between me and you. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, sis, do you really want to do this? You know what I'm saying? Like, I would never make him uncomfortable and transfer that off to him because that didn't have anything to do with him. So that's that's your friend.
That's different. I think that's different because, we're talking about, how families would react because, just like Rex was saying, how they would say something to him. Y'all never said anything to him. Well, you didn't. The other one did. You never said anything to him per se, but you let me know. You was just like, hey, that's fucked up. Don't do that shit. And this one over here, she run him up the wall. So she that's the one that's like Russ is talking about, you say something disrespectful.
What I said that's fucked up that you just gonna jump up and move and get married like that. But if you do, and you happy, I'm all for it. If you unhappy and your ass want to come back home, you can come home. That's it. That's all. Ain't nothing else I can do.
She is
I can tell you how I feel about it, but at the end of the day, as your friend, if I'm your real friend, I just want you to be happy. If that means you got to be in Texas or, goddamn it, the Bermuda Triangle, like, I just want you to be happy. Just tell him, let him know that I'm coming to Texas to visit sometime. I got to make sure you good. I want to see where you at. Your surroundings. Other than that, ain't nothing. I mean, your real friend wants you to be happy for real. Like, don't nobody want to be by themselves. I don't want that for you. I want you to be happy.
That was just beautiful.
So, it's cool.
That was just beautiful. That was just beautiful.
I'm just saying, I'll pop out too, though. I'll pop out if I got to, but I'm just saying, at the end of the day, I just want you to be happy.
Hold on. We keeping it beautiful. Wait. We keep
the Cliff Note version that you're giving.
No, we keeping it beautiful right now.
I like the Cliff.
Hold on, let's keep it beautiful.
I like the Cliff Note version that she's giving y'all. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
I like the Cliff Note.
Listen, we're going to keep it beautiful because, listen, y'all.
That was a different time in my life. Don't judge me. You judging me again.
No, listen, y'all. Listen, y'all. We're about to. Listen, y'all. We really about to close.
I was a different person then.
We really about to close the show down this time. I know we done said it like 5 times tonight.
I was supposed to call y'all and just answer a couple questions. I done been on this phone with y'all all night.
Hey, we appreciate you. We appreciate you. But this is what I'm gonna do.
Y'all done took up half of my night.
This is what I want to do, and I want to end the night with this one question. And I think this is every week that we do this show. I'm gonna end the show with this one question. From the stuff that we talked about tonight, and we have talked about a lot. What does What's Love Got to Do with It mean to you? And I want to start with our guest. Go ahead, baby girl, because you've been rocking tonight.
What's the question again? What's love
got to do with it? What does that mean to you?
In retrospective to what we talked about tonight, what does love got to do with it? And if you engulf everything that we talked about tonight, everything that we didn't argue about, everything is growing as people. What does What's Love Got to Do with it mean to you?
My answer to that would be everything. We got to go a little bit deeper than just loving on who you messing with. You know what I'm saying? So I would say love matters in, romance relationships. It matters in, kindred sisters or, your best friends. Like, it matters in every aspect of your life. If you living right, it do. So, the key is to find love, whether that be within yourself or, somebody else.
That's what's up.
That's how I look at it.
Let's go, Ladybug. You brought her on the show, so it's your turn to back her up.
Love is everything. At the end of the day, I don't care who you are. I don't care what you believe. I don't care your religion, your stance, your sexual orientation, nothing. At the end of the day, love is love. Love is the basis and the foundation of everything that we are.
So kidding.
She just took the words out of my mouth. I was going to say love is the origin, so I'm just going to co-sign. She just took the words right out of my mouth.
Well,
love is the origin of all that it is.
I'm gonna go in a different route. What I got from today's show is to be true to yourself. You know, we asking what does love got to do with it? We talked about sex. We talked about, you know, just friends. We talked about friends and the nigga that you're fucking. We didn't talked about it all. But at the end of the day, like what does it mean to you? And be real with yourself about what it means to you. Because if you can portray that to the person that you're dealing with, and if they cool with that, then you got nothing to worry about. But if you got certain feelings and desires that you feel, and you keep them to yourself, whether you a male or female, if you don't like something that somebody doing that pertains to you and how and what you feel your growth is, you need to speak on it or leave it alone. That's all I got to say tonight. I want to thank everybody that called in tonight. I want to thank everybody that left a message. I want to hold on. I want to say a couple. Shout out to Keon. Calvin just said something. Kimberly. Somebody else said something in here. I'm trying to. Nadi, Wendy. We want to let you know we love you. We appreciate you. And we hope that you call in on the next show. Like real talk. This is not just for us to sit back and just be here. This is really about us having real conversation with real people and finding out where we are making wrong moves and wrong decisions. I thank everybody for tuning in tonight. We'll see y'all in 2 weeks. Please join the What's Love Got to Do with It page. If you're watching this from another, like from my personal page, or you're watching this from another group in Infinity. I'm sorry, I can't. I'm having a Infinity Black. I'm having a what's the name of the group, baby? I'm having a brain freeze right now.
Oh,
Infinity
Love.
Black Poly Love No Swingers. I got you. Infinite Poly Black Poly Love. Yeah. So if you rock
Infinite Black Poly
Love, and can't forget the love because y'all got love on there too. So
Infinite Love.
So make sure that y'all support all the things. So Kitten, let them know some of the places that they can find you and some of the stuff that you're doing as well.
I'll tell you real briefly. Check me out on Facebook, and you will see everything that there is that I'm doing. I'm in the process of revamping some other pages, so I'm going to be reemerging on Instagram, Snapchat, but for right now, I'm working Facebook on 2 different pages. One is Ishtar, and the other one is Baset. And what I do is I do holistic healing. I work with everything that is natural, from jewelry to energy healing, to tarot and oracle readings. I work off of 5 different decks. I work with children as young as 5 up to as old as you want to come. I work with men and women and couples and dealing with the very same things we're talking about, but from approaching it from a holistic standpoint, from a spiritual standpoint. What I do is called spirit science. And I go back to the origin. I'm going to give you an example of what this origin is. The 7 Hermetic principles. The 7 principles of Ma'at and what they mean. So right now I'm working with students as far as Ghana with improving different areas of their life. And what I say is we manifest. So my students are manifesting. So during this time, I also do guided meditation. I do chakra activation. I can get inside of you and clear out wherever is blocking you. I do negative memory residual cleanses. That means that you have those stagnant memories that may be from this lifetime or from past lifetimes, because we have been here more than once. So I break down what the solar system means to you, how you can apply this to your everyday life. What does your sign? What does your sun sign actually mean? I break all those things down. So it doesn't matter what faith you are, because as a spiritualist, I can talk to you all. On my page, I can't even tell you how many different religious people, spiritual people, some that might even scare you. But as a spiritualist, you talk with everybody because you know in the spirit all is one. There is no separate in the spiritual world. So from my standpoint, that's what I teach the people that I work with. So for right now, I'm working out of Facebook. I also have my own store. I'm in my first year, and it's called Fire Water, where I sell all holistic your needs, such as essential oils, jewelry. I need to stop saying I'm going to Toastmaster, and I didn't do it. Count that as a point against me by saying so much. I'm correcting myself in the moment. But I make jewelry out of all natural products. I work with crystals, hemp cord, bamboo cord. I do yoni steam. I teach you about how to cleanse and treat your yoni. I also follow the principles of Queen Afua and take you through the 11 gates of being a sacred woman or a sacred man. So those are just some of the things that I offer, some of the services that I offer, tangible and untangible.
That's what's up.
Divine connections, divine connections.
So are there any things that you want to plug right quick, sweetheart?
Me?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
This is my off week, so no. This is my off week. I get to be off for a week, so no.
Well,
Normally we do this thing called Life, is my actual radio show with my sister D. I am also the moderator for a poly group, which is Infinite Black Love, and Infinite Black Love No Swingers, because, there is a definite distinction there. And then I am a member of the founding part of True Black Girl Magic Indiana chapter. Melinda, who was also on this call, is the other founding member. Just busy, always. But I am accessible to those of us who, and I am. I mean, I like to say I'm not accessible and I'm not people friendly, but I mean, if someone actually needs me, I'm always there. So.
Well, that's what's up, man. Y'all are tuning in to the very first episode, and we will be back in 2 weeks of What's Love Got to Do With It. You know what I mean? So we appreciate you.
Yes.
We love you. Hey, call us up and debate with us. I see we got some folks that's they ain't scared at all. I swear to God. So, hey, we'll see you in 2 weeks. We appreciate you. Hey, we only got one question. There's only one question we got to ask y'all, man. What's love got to do with it, man? We up out of here.
What's got to do with it? Night.